What's going on, YouTube? We are back in with another Saturday Night Live. First and foremost, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I have another channel that I will be posting content on. Make sure y'all subscribe to that channel. Also, people who want to get on the panel, make sure y'all email me. There has been a slight list, but we're gonna cycle people out. We're gonna cycle people through. So just please be patient. Let her be great. She'll be handling a few people. I'll be handling people, and we'll try and come together, get the panel laid out accordingly. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to my host. Let her be great.
What's up, everybody? I'm your co-host. Social media know me as Let Her Be Great, and we repping the 912 Savannah, Georgia. We thank y'all for being here and tuning in to JayBReacts. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, share, and comment y'all thoughts. And we want to give a big thanks to our panel for joining us tonight. So I'm gonna let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
You muted.
Oh, what's up, y'all? My name's Isham. I'm hailing from Brooklyn, New York.
This guy's the best camera guy in New York, also, y'all. The best photographer.
Mike
Appreciate
Lowe.
Yes.
Mike Lowe 100 from Savannah, Georgia. Man, how y'all doing?
We got Maul.
What's up, y'all? I'm Maul from North. I'm from Philly.
Philly's very own, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
North
Paris.
It's your
Let
boy
them know.
Pez de Puerto Rico. Que viva los latinos.
Oh, que lo que, manito.
Que lo que es, manito.
And Kello Taco Bell.
Yes.
Hey, no
Z,
Taco Bell, no
muted.
como Puerto Rico.
Z, you're starting off wrong.
I'm sorry. Oh God. I'm Call Me Z. Y'all can add me on all platforms at Call Me Z.
Hi, I'm Gently Kweke from Gently Kweke TV, and I am here with my husband today.
All right.
Hello.
Last but not least, special guest. Introduce yourself.
I don't know if I consider myself a special guest, but I'm happy to be here. I'm Jazz, and I don't know if I want to give my social media handle at this time. We'll see.
We love jazz. That's all I got to say. We love jazz. That's all I got to say.
Hell yeah.
For sure. All right. So I know y'all know in the media right now what's going on. Let her be great. You want to handle it or you want me to handle it? For the topic.
No, you got it, big dog. You got it.
All right, cool. I know y'all already know in this in the atmosphere out there with the whole Shannon Sharpe situation. He got caught up in a crazy situation with the OnlyFans chick. And I want to get y'all thoughts on this situation. So we're gonna play a couple clips so we can dive into this together and we're gonna react to this accordingly. Context is key. That's all I got to say. Let's go ahead and dive into the clips.
Well, what, Gabby?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did what you did to me.
Okay, well...
Well, what? Well, what, Gabby?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow.
But wait, there's more.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
All right, y'all. There's so many things going on in that clip right now, but I want to get y'all thoughts first. So I'm gonna go individually, and I want to understand y'all thought process on that, and then we're gonna dive in and we're gonna kind of talk about the whole situation. So who want to start off first?
Why he trying to choke us so bad?
Z, that's how you feeling?
That's what
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Because that's what they do. That's what they do. Like that's their vibe. Like that conversation don't even sound crazy. That just sound like a guy talking to a girl. So, like just talking. She just recording it like it sound regular. It don't even sound like he mad at her or nothing. Like they just chopping it up. She just recording it. That's just like you have a regular conversation with your girl. Y'all like to talk nasty. And it's just what it is. It don't sound like he threatened to do nothing to her or none of that. She told me, I don't want to be choked. Man, I choked you plenty times. Like, it's nonsense to me. Seem like it. I don't think she ain't gonna win in that.
All right, who next?
I think she was just trying to plant that seed in to where like he trying to go find another woman. You know, she gonna try to squeeze all that money he got. You know, especially that deal he got as being a reporter. That was what, like 100 million, something like that, or 50 million, something like that.
$100 million deal. Yep.
$100 million deal. So when you hear that, shit, that girl gonna go crazy. Gonna do whatever she can to get that bread. You know, especially when she said, "Put the gravy in me." The fuck, you know what I mean? That's already like, hey, you know, I'm trying to have a baby, so I get that child support. You know what I'm saying? So, but then again, that's just how it sounds like. You know what I mean? But that choking situation, she been choked 1,000 times by that man. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what she into. She just trying. What the hell is he? Oh shit! Hey man,
that's a
kill that
fact.
demon. yeah. You know, I'm gonna whoever want to take on
Z
that.
did that a few times. Look like.
Oh yeah, Z on that.
Yeah, Z. Yeah, Z give me a rape vibe.
Not too much.
Z give me rape vibes. I'm sorry,
man. Z, I'm glad you're not 6 foot tall.
Mal, you got an opinion on it? How you feel about it?
I mean, I feel like Shannon too old to be going through stuff like this, and also, you know, I feel like he should have known better. Cause you know, he worth 100 million, and you mess with them type of woman, you gotta understand. I mean, he should understand though that like you a target now. Like any woman that's coming for you, most likely they're just gonna be looking for a check, so they're gonna try to do whatever it takes to get a piece of that.
Yeah.
And you know, I just feel like he could have been wiser. I just feel like in general, just the past couple of months and years, the stuff he's been going through with women though, it's just like he just too old for all that. I feel like he could have made better decisions. That's how I feel.
Okay. Gently.
Hey guys. So for me, I don't know. I'm not really giving like my personal opinion. I'm just thinking about like exactly like what's going on with him. And so for me, as I was listening to it, I jotted down like 6 things that came to my mind. So number 1, his public image is destroyed. That's what I see. Number 2, he has strained professional relationships. Now people are thinking twice about working with him. Number 3, he left himself open to criticism. You know, that can go either way, however you look at it. Number 4, he's now at a risk for being typecast as like a certain type of person and a certain type of behavior at this point. And then number 6 is like there's a racial dynamic. That's just my opinion.
A lot going on
off the top of watching the videos.
Jazz, how you feel about the situation?
I'm kind of with what Maul says. Excuse me, my voice is a little gone from this week, but I also agree that he's too old to kind of be getting into this nonsense with these type of women. I just don't get it. The conversation sounded really weird and strange, and it didn't sound like a normal relationship banter to me. But there could be like a kink factor there too. But again, he should just be more mature in the matter, and it's not coming off that way at all. Now he has himself in this situation.
Yeah.
That's forever going to tarnish his face.
Okay, yeah. Ultimately, I think it all started out as just like sexual banter. You know what I'm saying? Like he came into it. That's stuff that like kind of like what Mike said. That's usually like behind the scenes girlfriend talk. You know, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I get home. You feel me? I'm gonna throw you across the room type shit. Usually what that is. But he was doing it with an OnlyFans shit, and he was moving like a regular guy. You're Shannon Sharpe. You're not a regular guy. You a 50, I don't know, 54, 55-year-old man. You can't move like a young cat back in like the 80s or 90s or whatnot, just a regular guy. You have to have NDAs in place. You have to have so much legal documentation messing with these young chicks like that. 19 years old is when he first met her. That's how old she was. This was destined to happen at this point. This was destined to happen.
All I gotta see is he went from Lakers in 5 to now talking about the Viagra pills to now choking out 20-year-olds, and it's just going all over the place to like on live doing all these sexual acts and stuff. Is like, bro, you are a media quote unquote mogul, and now you over here getting caught up with 19-year-olds.
Did they fire? Did he get fired from ESPN?
He got fired.
No, that's not fired. He stepped down.
He stepped down?
Yeah, he stepped down. He didn't get fired.
Let me ask you this: How y'all feel about the age gap part?
That's too young.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
You said what?
19. Okay.
Nah, I'm too old, bro. I'm too old for that.
Yeah, I don't even look at 19-year-old. Come on, man. That's
I'm way too old for that. And then you around there talking about choke her out. You see how big that nigga hands is? And how long that girl is? Now he mess around and choke her for too long, and then she out of here. Then now you got a whole case. Cause you got a king. Hey, Z, you need therapy. I think we need to see about you. Cause you around there with it.
Yeah, Z got rapey vibes. I ain't even gonna lie, Z. You
don't do that.
Z got rapey vibes.
They say nasty girl. They say nasty girls like to be choked till they dying. You gotta let me go. Like, man, people don't know how freaky people be like behind closed doors. Shannon wasn't thinking about that conversation getting out of she was recording that. You know what I'm saying? How many times do you think Shannon could have recorded her saying stuff? Like,
guys are gonna be guys still.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Guys are still gonna be guys. They're gonna do like guys are still gonna be freaky with their woman. I think what he messed up at is he just didn't have the legal documentation to protect himself. You know, and with the age gap part, I'm not saying it's right or wrong when it comes down to the age gap part, but a lot of guys are attracted to younger women. Now, I wouldn't personally go into the teens. You know, I think every step you go up
when you get done.
Okay, I think every step you go up, you probably gonna look back maybe 10 years or so. You know, so if you're in your 30s, you might date girls in their 20s. You know, if you're in your 40s, you might date girls in their 30s or whatnot. But I don't agree with that far down. But at the same time, the age gap part doesn't matter. I feel like ultimately it was just the fact that he didn't have the documentation in place to protect himself. He's a multi-millionaire moving like a regular guy in the streets, just dealing with a OnlyFans chick, getting paid for sex.
Right.
You feel me?
So
go ahead, Coy.
You think he was paying her for sex? My fault. Go ahead, Coy.
Oh, he does. She said $25K for each cheek.
Yeah. And they ain't even got no
cheek. You think it stopped though? Y'all think it stopped? Y'all think it like was continue going on, or like, you know, the person you might probably met her in the beginning and was giving her a little something?
No, I think so, because he's Shannon Sharpe. So she look at it as like, ain't no way you gonna be messing with me without giving me something though. Like
exactly, but that should just show you, man, where guys, bro, we really don't get no slack when it comes to women. Like at his level, bro, you Shannon Sharpe, and you still got to pay these basic chicks $25K a cheek to like bust them down like that. That shouldn't even be a thing. You feel me? That should not be a thing where he has to pay that much money to just get some regular like box. You feel me?
Right.
And to each his own, whether they think she is like a above average or whatnot. But for just most of the public, they did not think she was top notch of a female to be paying that type of money for. But gently, you want to say something, right?
Yeah, but my husband wanted to say something, so I just wanted to get you guys' attention. So
Okay.
yeah, he's right here.
All right.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Can't see
I
you.
think that any of us that have ever watched football, we know that Shannon Sharpe is a great football player, right? None of us could deny that. But the one thing that I'm very disappointed in, and I thought Shannon was better than participating in whole culture, right?
Dilly
Paying
Coy, can we
25.
get your husband in the get him to pop in a little bit so we can
Oh,
see
yeah, of
him?
course. Sorry, yeah, my bad.
Hey, how you good? What's that?
How you doing? I was disappointed in seeing him participate in whole culture, right? Recently, Stephen A. Smith did a survey that said that the OnlyFans salaries together make more than all of the NBA salaries combined, right? Most of those subscriptions are paid by men, right? So we know that the average men on a daily basis, maybe not none of the guys here on the panel, but somewhere they're paying for a box. This man just got exposed for paying 25,000 allegedly per cheek, right? If this is a black woman, they'd be calling her gold digger. She'd be every type of which way it is. As far as the age gap, I know there's a conversation to be had there, right? Bill Belichick, he's also dating a young woman. He's 78. His girlfriend is 25, I think. I think it's like a 48-year difference, right? So I think there's conversations about grooming, et cetera, that can come up in those conversations if it go down that way. But I'm disappointed in him because what it does is it make it seem like black men don't want to get married, don't want to prioritize family, and they just want to prioritize their sexual nature. And because of that, now no more
Well,
ESPN, right? We saw the same thing with Jonathan Majors, no more Marvel, right? And it seems like the greatest of us, like again, I think Jonathan Majors is great. I think
uh,
Shannon Sharpe is great. And it seemed like a lot of us African American males are losing opportunities and sometimes our lives dealing with women and then making certain choices to put ourselves in these situations because he did put himself in that situation.
I don't think it's just a black thing, man. I think it's just a guy thing ultimately.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
yeah, I think it's a guy thing, and you gotta look at it when these guys get to this level. All these guys are having sex. I'm gonna just be honest. Usually, and like whether it's right or wrong, usually when guys acquire a lot of resources, status, they usually start having more sex because that's the thing that they didn't get when they didn't have it. Guys usually want to have sex. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I think guys should have discernment on how they do it. And usually you're gonna have two categories of guys. You're gonna have guys who, when they get on their purpose and passion, they move a certain way, and then you gonna have the other guy who gonna crash out. I think Shannon was both of them at the same time because this dude was ultimately an animal in the studio. Club
I
Shay
respectfully
Shay,
disagree.
everything he was able to do. Go ahead.
And I apologize for interrupting. I said
Yeah.
I respectfully disagree, right? I look at guys like my guy Anton on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Married black man. I'm also married. I think that in the situation where had he been married, let's say if he had the lifestyle that Samuel L. Jackson has or Denzel Washington has, then he wouldn't be worried about somebody that he's going to bed with or laying with betraying him. Even though, again, sometimes wives do betray husbands. This happens, right? But it's less likely to happen in the media the way that this happened. And I'm very disappointed in him. I don't understand what he got out of this outside of a temporary nut.
Yeah, I say as a married man, you can possibly you definitely can hide it better if you're going to be someone out in the streets. You can hide it better as a married man. Like I say, guys on this level, usually a lot of them, they're doing that behind the scenes. Like I'm not trying to justify it,
He's
whether it's right or
married.
wrong. You said what?
He's not married, so that's why he can do whatever he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah,
I understand, like that's the way of life how it should be. You should have, married. I'm married, but
yeah.
it's like, man, like say you got guys that don't never want to get married because they just feel like one lady,
Because
one
it's gonna be
female
it's gonna
is
be a
enough. You know?
category for everything, man. Like I
Yeah,
said, ultimately, I think family is necessary. Um, a healthy family is necessary, but ultimately, it's still gonna be categories for everything. If you want to be out there in the streets, it's gonna be there.
yeah.
But like I
Family
said, you
keep
don't
you
want
balanced,
to.
man.
Family will keep you balanced, though. If you
Well,
got
Shannon,
kids and a wife, it'll keep you coming home possibly, so that you not out there indulging in all the bullshit all the time, constantly. But Shannon just he wasn't practicing what he preached. ultimately. And it's sad that he had to like meet his demise like this because I don't think it's gonna go good for him. I don't know if he's gonna go completely under, but it's not gonna go good for him.
He ain't gonna go.
I don't think he gonna go. I don't think he gonna completely go right there.
Bro, like I ain't gonna lie. He be talking about y'all. I gotta listen to Club Shay shit. Him and Ocho be talking about all type of freaky stuff. They be talking about
he a freaky dude.
The porn star. Oh yeah, they talk about all type of females and all that.
That's like, freak.
Ain't nothing off limits to them. They could talk about that. Like, who gonna stop them boys for doing that? Like, okay, cool. Okay, I was talking to this, that, and third. What you want? A couple of million? He gonna get rid of that, and it's gonna go away. The man just had 50,000 people, live viewers in the show last night. Like, it's not. I don't see it.
Oh, he went live last night.
Yeah, they do they show every night after the games and stuff. In the drafts and all that. But yeah. I don't see nothing different. I didn't even see a lot of people saying like, you got like people in the comments saying stuff. I didn't really see a lot of people saying that, unless you got people blocking them out. But like,
I think it's gonna hurt chicks too, though. It's gonna hurt y'all too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Dudes ain't gonna be able to trust y'all. Even though she was an OnlyFans chick, I think ultimately guys probably will not be able to trust women as much as they would like to, because usually when we start giving y'all resources and we really start pouring into y'all, we kind of, our resources is like putting a piece of us in y'all. You feel me? So once you betray us on a financial level, it's like, damn, I can't trust none of these chicks. And that's how it's gonna look, and it's really putting out there like, man, these chicks is just conniving. I can't trust them. I don't want to deal with them possibly.
He was paying her.
You act like Shannon was the first one to go through a scandal like this. Like, it's not gonna. He's not making
it for us though.
He's not making it like the first ever scandal, and everybody's, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. He's just doing the same thing other men have done and got exposed for it.
This is big though.
It's not that big. It's not that surprising. Like. I don't know why you gonna say, oh, it's just gonna make us not trust y'all. Y'all ain't trust us from the damn jump.
But Shannon Sharpe is a juggernaut. For sure, possibly. I mean, in the modern age, I would say maybe, but Shannon Sharpe is a juggernaut. The way how he was moving, he was he's like the biggest sports analyst out there right now. You ain't got nobody that's really stepping on his numbers. So for him to get caught in this scandal, I don't think nobody would expect this. Now, he did have that first mishap that happened with the whole sex tape thing, but he was able to smooth through that with the whole I feel like he was promoting a sex pill. He was able to kind of cover that up and move. What's up, Maul?
I was getting ready to say I feel like he also did that too because he wanted to prove to the world that he's not a homosexual.
That's weird too.
And he stepped out that truck, bow leg.
Yeah, so
he pigeon toed.
Yeah, so he felt the need to press the live button on his iPhone, set it near the bedroom, and then play it live while he was handling his business with the woman he was with though. Like,
I think Shannon Sharpe is very smart though. Whether that's true or not, I think he's very smart.
Nah, Shannon ain't too sharp.
No, he's okay. Let me say this. I think he's honest and smart at the same time, but also dumb at the same time. He's honest. He's honest because he's very transparent. You notice every time he get caught up in a scandal, he come forward with it and he speak the truth about what's going on. He tries to release as much as he can about the situation. He's dumb because he got caught up in the situation, but ultimately he usually try and go straight forward with it and release whatever's going on behind the scenes.
I mean, I will have to disagree. I have to respectfully disagree. This man is too damn grown 3 times, 4 times over, honestly. At this point in his life, he should have learned, gained experience, know what to do and not to do, being that he's been in this industry for a really long time. And this isn't the first time Shannon Sharpe has been in this scandal like this. I just looked it up. Shannon Sharpe had a lawsuit reports back in 2010 with allegations of the same thing. So clearly he has not learned his lesson. Clearly he didn't learn a lesson to have consequences from it. And also, even when you got away with it, I guess some people like to say he got away with it the first time. He didn't learn his lesson again the second time. He kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it. And it came back to bite him ultimately.
But babe, to JB's point, Shannon Sharpe is a juggernaut. I agree with you.
Yeah.
The 2010 allegations, him being a juggernaut, he should have been, I guess, moving a little bit different, right? Stephen A. Smith.
Moving forward.
There's a few other different juggernauts. Colin call her. What's the young man, the white man who did the LeBron James interview?
Skip
These
Bayless?
are
I don't remember
men.
his name.
I can't think of his name. I think Mel just said it.
Skip Bayless?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Skip Bayless?
These
Okay.
are all men that have none of these allegations, right? Not saying that they don't move like that, but maybe they're protecting themselves a little bit better than Shannon did. And this is coming back to bite him because he didn't protect himself. I agree. The 2010 allegation should have been the last one. It's only so much Disney is going to put up with as an employer.
Yeah.
And having somebody who had this on their record.
Yeah, he got sloppy. He got sloppy. He got messy. And this is what happens when you don't run a tight ship and keep your 304s in check.
But that brings another topic though. How should $100 million man date if he's single? Like, how should he date in order to protect himself? Though, like, is there a way to protect himself if you $100 million man? Like,
Yeah, that's it.
Are you asking me?
I'm just throwing it out there.
Can you
Like,
repeat the question?
Contracts.
Yeah, I didn't really hear you. Can you repeat the question again?
So I was saying that, and that just brings up another topic. Like, how should $100 million single man protect himself as he dates, and if he were to, while he's out here in this dating world, and he's worth this amount of money, and he's also famous as well too. Like, how in general should you think like a famous individual like that should date in this world?
I mean, personally, I'm not going to tell you how a man should date. I feel like that's y'all issue. Y'all should figure that out. But in my mind, I would remove the $100 million out of the equation because I feel like when you guys put that into the equation, it changes the whole dynamic. Men should move a certain way, period. Because like you said, this doesn't have just to happen to $100 million man. This can happen to anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So men should think about how they're moving, you know, with women as far as dating, being honest. Are you intentional about dating? What are your intentions to just get boxed and only box because there are a group of women who like that? Or are your intentions about marriage and looking for marriage and wanting to like settle down? There are women out here like that. So I just feel like as a man, I would first try to figure out what do I want from dating? Is it just to mess around? Or is it just or am I looking for a wife and I want to settle down and have children? So I don't know what men want when they want in dating. I can assume, but I mean, you guys are males. You know what I'm saying? I would have to ask y'all.
A lot of dudes usually still want a little bit of everything. I hate to say it.
Man, that's all I think Shannon wanted from her was hardcore sex. That's it. she probably was with everything he asked her, she did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is what it is. Like with that, like, I just don't feel like nothing crazy gonna happen to him behind that because it. And did y'all guys see the text message where she been texting him?
Bro, that baby gravy.
All that, your big black, like all that, like.
I don't think it's gonna stick. Well, let me say this. I think his name is tarnished, and that contract is possibly off the table.
Tarnished like what?
I mean, you just known as a big black freak, low key. Like I ain't saying.
Okay, cool. Ladies like that. Certain ladies like that.
No, they do. But here's the thing about it: he got a persona that he got to like uphold too. You know, he got an image that he got to uphold. Don't get me wrong. He drank alcohol on stream. I'm GOAT, GOAT James. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shannon Sharpe, GOAT James. You know, he has that, that boisterous persona. So it's not going to hurt him too bad. But at the same time, it's going to hurt him in the eyes of the media. You got to keep professional.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep professional.
And I think, like I said, he's still gonna have his YouTube. He's still gonna have his own platforms. But when it comes to getting them contracts, as of right now, until this whole thing blow over, man, it's gonna be looking a little shaky for him. And with the chick, I don't think she's gonna get that type of money. And check this out, she an OnlyFans chick. The reason why, he already offered her $10 million for what I heard about a month or two ago. Reason why she probably didn't take that $10 million because I don't know how high in the percentage of OnlyFans girls she's at. But she's probably already making about, she could possibly making $100K a month, $50K a month. I don't know. But if let's say she's making a high end of $100K a month, she might be making a mil a year possibly. So for her, that $10 million ain't nothing. Hey, Shaman, you got somebody wanting to hear from you, bro. Give your piece.
No, I mean, I agree. I think Shannon right now he's out of control with what's going on. Like he really has. First and foremost, that young girl, she messed up her bag that she was coming in, and with all due respect, like this guy was about to get $100 million or whatever his contract was. I guess he was rocking with her with all the sexual acts that she was into or whatever might be the case, and then you go from doing all of that to like now suing him to now taking him off air, potentially now all his sponsorships and all that stuff is like you didn't protect whatever y'all already had. And Shannon on his back end should have definitely had his NDA situation set up as a millionaire. Like you shouldn't be just like be flaunting yourself out here as like you're just a regular person. Like you're beyond that. Most people that's in higher positions more or less know how to position themselves where these things will come back and haunt them. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly think that Shannon on his back end should the amount of good advice he gives to other people, I think he should have taken his own advice and just went out and just said, yo, you know what? Let me protect myself. Or even because at the end of the day, young chick or not, she was of age. And if that's what he's into, that's what he's into. There's a lot of dudes, whether it's in different religions or even up here, that's dating young girls or whatever might be the case. It's not I'm not saying like I promote it, but it's just part of some people's lifestyles. And it's just Shannon should have just been a little bit more smarter on how he moved out here.
So y'all don't really, do y'all have a problem with the whole age aspect of it? Because it seems like everybody's okay with the fact that she was pretty young. Everybody.
I won't do it.
I honestly, I have a problem with the whole age gap. I feel like had she been much older, like a seasoned woman, I don't think this would have been as hard on him as far as his image goes, destroying his reputation, tarnishing him. I think
The
had
hell
she
is
been
a
a lot
seasoned
older,
woman?
like she had been an older seasoned woman, that would have been something different. The fact
What
that
is
she's
seasoned?
older, meaning she has like experience in life. She's been out here in the world. She's gotten older and coming to her own, knows who she is as a woman. I think his situation would have been a lot different. I mean, dealing with a 19, I have a 20-year-old and a 19-year-old. I don't even want to deal with my 20 and my 19-year-old. So for me, I think, like you said, I find it very problematic when I hear people say, oh, but age is legal. We know that, but the fact that we have an age of consent, meaning guys will go as low as they can if there was no age of consent. The fact that it's consensual doesn't mean that it's beneficial to you overall. And clearly we can see that because it wasn't beneficial to him overall. It really wasn't.
Yeah,
I definitely have a problem with the age gap, you know what I'm saying? But to each his own. I mean, the law is the law. But for
regardless
me,
of the age, yeah, I'm with you on that. I think regardless of the age, I think majority of y'all are capable of the same thing. I don't really think it's about the age, honestly. Whether she was 30 or not, you got older chicks still coming at NBA players for child support, trying to trap guys. I think ultimately it's gonna be the mind of the female. That's why I say this moment is gonna tarnish the woman's legacy even more because of how hateful the crime was that you got this guy who's like, you know what I mean, he's paying you for what you're for. You're for boxing, you're for a moment. He's giving you his end of the bargain, but you're not giving your end of the bargain. Then you try and frame him as if he is a villain where this is what you were there for. So I think ultimately it's still gonna hurt women ultimately on the mainstream end that women just kind of ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
There we go, Z. You said it. I ain't have to say it. You said it.
It's gonna hurt both sides anyway. It's gonna hurt him as a character and her as a character because now people doing OnlyFans with her gonna feel like, oh shit, I can't trust it. She gonna try to put a rape case on my ass. So shit gonna hurt everybody. Age ain't nothing but a number. Say that shit again, sir.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I still feel like I wouldn't go that young, like I said, but it's legal. If you want to go young, you can. I wouldn't do it.
Shit, a lot of these older women, they be preying on young guys though. I look at it the way I look at it is, as long as it's not like illegal, it ain't none of my business. You know, regardless.
But just because it's legal doesn't mean that it's right. I mean, if they drop the legal consent to 16, 15 years old, would that be okay? What would be the difference?
You know what's crazy? I think some societies or I think some states have it like kind of legal. If it's like a parental consent. I'm not for that, but I'm just saying
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And I don't think it's cool for older women to prey on younger men either. I think it's weird all across the board.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with you.
You don't think women kind of look for older women? I mean, you don't think women kind of seek older men naturally?
No, I don't think
No.
naturally. No,
I
I
do.
think so.
Cap,
I
y'all,
think that
come
I do.
on. Y'all always like older guys.
No, okay, listen. I went to public
wait.
school,
You
right?
said women seeking younger men or younger women seeking older men?
No, younger women usually seek older guys for sure.
I mean, I
Yes,
don't
for
know.
financial stability. Yes, they
I
do.
mean, well, for me, it was never about financial stability. Well, uh, maturity,
Yeah.
maturity in all aspects of being an adult. I'm okay with like 5 to 7, maybe even 7 to 10 years, but I feel like that's okay if it's a 30 and 40-year-old. When you get to like 40s and 20-year-olds and 50s and 19 and 20-year-olds, I think that gets kind of weird. But I think if you are both adults, like in adult age, because even as a 20 something, yeah, you're an adult, but you still don't have a lot of life experience. Maybe when you get into your, early 30s, late 30s, if you want to date somebody that's 40 something, 45, I think that's okay. But I think it just
Yeah.
gets weird when you jump from like someone Shannon Sharpe's age dealing with someone that can be as old as his granddaughter. That's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
hear
not
you. I hear you. Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
necessary. There's
I ain't,
nothing in common there.
if I was a single dude, I'm not even gonna lie, I'd definitely be probably dealing with older chicks. Yeah. I'll probably be dealing with older chicks.
I like
Yeah,
grandmas.
double my age. You feel me? Because they're gonna cook me a sandwich, possibly.
Goodbye, bro.
I personally don't, just to piggyback off that a little bit, I personally don't think that women seek out, if they're young, they seek out older men. I don't think that at all. Because I hear men talking about, I'm a hunter, I'm a leader, they have to follow me. So I think men seek out the women for a specific reason. I don't think that. Are there specific type of women that like older men? Yes, definitely. I do believe that. But to just paint it as like a blank statement that we all seek out, absolutely not. I was not seeking an older man out when I was 18 and I had 28-year-olds trying to holler at me. No.
Exactly. And then that also is to say, like, these young women, 18, 19-year-old, they're not seeking them, but these older men are in proximity to them, are around them, looking to engage with these super young women. And it's just like, why?
Yeah, I know y'all say the guys probably are like lingering around the girls, but you got the girls that's always trying to linger around the older spaces too. So it's really like a two-part to that situation. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want to
vice
sit here and say
versa.
the guys are just preying on all the girls. Oh, hey, you look good. Nah, but you do have a lot of women that's like wanting to be in these older spaces and they want to get around these guys that they fantasize about who are probably older, attractive on a certain level where it's like, oh, I really like him, but he's older. Usually that attraction point for a guy don't come into play until he gets a little older. The guy on y'all level, when y'all, let's say you in your 20s and 19 in your teens, you ain't even really looking at that guy all the time. Sometimes you are, but ultimately you usually probably looking at somebody slightly older. Just being
I
honest.
don't know. I don't know. When I was young like that, I was more so paying attention to guys were my age. It wasn't, yeah. But that's my personal experience. So.
I think
Well,
everyone has a different experience, different opinions. Like for example, my mom, she likes to date older men. My dad's like 60 something years old and she's in her 40s. You know what I mean? So um I think to each his own. Some guys like younger women, some guys like older, women like older, women like younger. It's just to each his own. Um
I mean,
but yeah.
from my experience, I remember going to school back in high school, and a lot of the guys that were popular, which was the athletes, some of the teachers, they be choosing on some of the students in subtle ways. So they really do be choosing. Like, and I got a lot of classmates and homies that tell you that we're in shape, like they teenagers, but they in shape. They built like grown men, and a lot of these teachers, they not going home to husbands and that are built the same way, so they're gonna be choosing on the younger guys though, bro. So like, I don't know if anything went down though, but they definitely be choosing on the younger guys though for sure. And these are like teachers. These are women and staffs and on the faculty and administration rooms. Like they definitely be choosing and praying on the young on the
and,
young on the younger guys though for sure.
and
I
Like,
got a question.
it's a double. Oh, go ahead, Mel.
I got a
Other thing.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you guys want somebody in their prime, or would you guys want somebody out the prime? Just wondering.
Oh, good question. Oh,
Um, be, Before we answer that, can I say something, you guys? Rest in peace to the great Kevin Samuels. But Kevin Samuels would say something different. He would say that young women have youth, so their youth is valuable. So since it's valuable, it makes sense for a man to seek out a younger girl because there's so much youth, there's so much value put on her youth. By the time she hits a certain age, she didn't hit the wall. Like literally, you guys are walking around here preaching that. So to say that young girls seek out older men, that's why I'm like, nah, I don't believe that. Because you guys are literally saying our youth is of value. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's multiple levels to that, man. Like I said, you got a lot of guys who like busting out older chicks because of that. They don't want to get caught up in situations with certain young girls of what can happen, like they possibly getting pregnant. That attachment issue. So you have guys out there who seek out older women, but on a grand scheme of things, y'all are usually at y'all prime at about probably 25-ish, 26-ish. I think y'all probably look the best, maybe even 24. That's when y'all are like most beautiful. If each one of y'all go back to y'all 24, 25-year-old pick, y'all gonna be like, oh shit, I'm not saying y'all don't look good now.
Hell no.
Sorry,
y'all still
baby.
beautiful. Y'all still
I
look
look
beautiful.
much better now. I was always cute, but I'm cute
I'll
now.
say this.
I am
think
much
A regular
older.
female response.
Proud of it.
I think every guy on here would definitely
look very beautiful. I don't know their ages, but I'm a woman of a particular age, as you can see. But I still look very youthful, and I have very useful energy.
No, for sure. Like I said, I'm not saying y'all not attractive, but usually a chick at maybe like 25 or so, that's when she like at her most, beautiful for like skin, youth, the whole nine. Usually it's about that 25, 20.
JB, what women are you
When I was
looking
in
at?
my 20s, I had a face full of acne. I had a face full of acne. I wasn't going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Unless you went through like a glow up, but I guarantee you every guy right now, usually by the time they hit their 30s, they gonna look better now probably than in their 20s.
I think when somebody say something. Oh, my mic messed up.
Which one? Jazz, Ishama, which one?
Now, all I was saying was like, in terms of what you were saying, to add on to what you were saying, JB, was like, as a 25-year-old, your skin is definitely more tighter and all that stuff. You probably more all that stuff, but you can't. I'm just saying for the women that's in the panel right now, you can't use it for yourself. We're talking about the group, because they were more or less singling out themselves, whereas the group of women is is the whole group of people.
I love watching a woman age with me. But when it comes down to a guy who gets to a certain mark, man, let's say that dude never got girls back in the day. What you think he gonna go back to? He gonna go back to the girls that he couldn't get.
And that's weird.
I'm not talking. That's how you feel, but I'm just telling you how guys look at it. If you grow with a woman like me, my woman, every time she age, I feel like she get beautifuler. Certain body parts change. I like seeing that. But when it comes down to someone who's probably on the market out there single, they gonna go back to the chick that didn't choose them back in the day, and that's just ultimately how it is. I don't have to say it's right, but that's just usually how it is.
Y'all need to fix that. That's a problem. Like that's not something that you should. I don't think that's.
Dudes usually develop a lot later. Dudes usually don't get into the game a lot later. A lot of times. And that brain is still wired in their 20s.
Y'all be aging like fine wine. That's all I gotta say. All right.
Goddamn, Mill.
Yeah, no, I think if a grown man gets to a certain point in his life, he gets to a certain age and reaches a certain tax bracket, and now wants to prove something to himself by going and dating women that are like extremely younger than him, I think he needs to book a therapy session, because there are some insecurities he needs to unpack, because you shouldn't even feel like you need to do that. You know what I mean? That's
everybody has their types, though. You got to understand that as well.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a type. That's just like an ego filler. I didn't have her before. Now I'm big man. Now I'm about to go back and try to get somebody that looks like her and see if they'll want me now. That's not a type. That's just you trying to appease your ego. because it was broken at a point in your life.
And that's the same thing with females as well.
In what way?
The whole way. Say, for instance, you feel the same way now. You saying you got yourself together and you see this 20-year-old. Now you got trying to go fuck with him because, like, oh, yeah, I couldn't get this back in my day, but I want it now.
Never.
It works
And
the same way.
And I've never heard a woman talk like that. I've never heard
It's a lot of women that
I've
talk like
never
that.
heard a woman say, well, I'm grown now. I'm in my 30s. I'm about to go seek out a 20-year-old to see if I can get him.
They want them YNs real bad.
A lot of guys, but
everywhere. What you say? Let it be great.
I've never heard that.
A lot of guys don't even get a chance to start dating until like they doggone like 30s and mid. See, we talking about just the guys y'all deal with. A lot of guys don't get a chance to really dibble and dabble with females like that. See, y'all not looking at guys as a whole.
Well, that's not our fault.
So those girls that's around their age at that point in time, that's probably in their vicinity, they probably got headache and trauma that come with them. So that dude probably don't want to deal with that because it's just a little bit too much, possibly.
It sounds like he got trauma too.
It's a world full of trauma.
He want probably less trauma.
Like he got trauma too. He
probably
all pissed up because he ain't had his way with women. So now he got something to prove. That sound like you got problems too? But I don't know why.
That's usually all majority of men. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know why there's this thing where men think that a younger woman doesn't have trauma or doesn't have issues or doesn't have baggage. I don't get that at all.
I hate to say this, but hold on, let me say this real quick. Usually the issues that they have, dudes at that age feel like they can fix because let's say chicks possibly might have daddy issues, that guy that comes in her life, he's already established himself as a man, and usually he can supply those needs of kind of having that, that guidance in her life as a younger female.
So you want to be
still got you. Man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. You always guiding a chick. I know what you about to say. You want to be her daddy. No,
that's what it sounds like.
If I'm with a chick, I'm still guiding her through life.
I'm
protecting her, and I gotta make sure I'm on top of my shit financially to make sure she's straight.
Women are always for somebody to provide.
I'm gonna cut in right there. The fact that you said that, I'm going to be guiding her all her life, that lets me know that men seek out younger women. Like literally everything you guys are talking about right now, y'all literally just said that, oh no, the women are out here, the young girls are out here seeking out the young women. But everything you guys are literally saying is about younger men not being with the young girls and the older men are coming for the younger women. Like, so which one is it? Are they seeking them out? Or are you guys seeking them out and you guys still have to guide them? And the fact that you still have to guide a child is a problem. That is a problem. To me, it makes me think like, why don't you want a well-rounded woman who already knows who she is, who has who already is set in her foundation of her essence of a woman in her femininity, know what she's not going to deal with, what she will deal with, what she can and cannot handle. Why do we want someone whose brain is not done developing? And then you guys get upset when the situation goes to the left and y'all create baby mamas. Now she's in lost value because she's been messing with some older man. Ladies, I'm letting y'all know right now, don't begin out here mess with these older men because when they touch you, you lose value. According
you got two options. You got two options, and most women don't like these options. You either get with your high school classmate, grow through life with him, or you get with the older guy that has his shit together and you get on his program. Choose
JB, who told you these were our only options, baby?
Those are the only two.
I mean, those really is the only two options.
Those are the only two options.
Yeah.
For y'all.
Who told you that?
I just did. Nah, it's the truth though. Nah, it is.
I feel like that's something men came up with.
If you don't roll with the dude who you lost your virginity to, you're gonna be in the market dealing with multiple guys, multiple dicks. It's the truth though. Think about it.
That's not the truth. Because if that were the case, why aren't you with the person that took your virginity? My thing is
no. Hold on. My virginity and her virginity is different, but I get what you're saying. But guess what? The one who I took, she is here. The one who I took is here.
Okay, well that's good for you, but and that's fine. But that's not realistic. Like, you can't sit here and say that if the woman doesn't end up with the man that she lost her virginity to, then she's doomed forever, or she got to get a man that's 10 times or 20 years older than her. Like, these are her only options. That's just ridiculous. Like, where are all the nuances in life? Like, what if the high school sweetheart dies? Then what?
It can't.
It's like,
It
come on
can't.
now.
No, it can
Yeah.
happen. No, I'm not sitting here saying it can't happen
Like, be
outside of.
realistic.
She got a point this time. Now she got a point this time.
See whose side you on.
I'm
See
sorry.
whose side you on. Nah.
She won that one.
Nah.
And no,
Like I said,
win anything. I'm just saying,
nah, it's just good discourse. It's just good discourse. Like I said, those are gonna be like the two main options. Can you find somebody in between that for sure? But usually people get caught. People hop into the market and then they get scrambled up and then they possibly end up crashing out, making bad decisions, having a whole bunch of kids, possibly multiple baby mamas on the male side. Like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and say the female wrong or the male wrong. Both sides can make bad decisions, but that's usually because think about it, when you get with your high school sweetheart, or the one you lost your virginity to, usually you're gonna have that soul tie, that bond connection that you've made with that person. It's gonna be harder to break that, and if you chose the all the time,
sometimes
No, where y'all getting it from?
like
it's biology. That's what happens.
I don't
First
believe
time
that.
you should be connected with that person.
So biology says that the first person a woman lays with, will never be able to break a tie with him ever in life.
There's a higher likelihood that she's gonna bond to that.
Cite your source right
No,
now.
I got you behind the scenes. I got you
behind the scenes.
There's a higher likelihood. There's a higher likelihood that she's gonna connect to that guy and be with him longer than just somebody that she met maybe 10 bodies down the line.
You can't speak for every female on that way though.
Ash, I want to hear you say something. You quiet.
And you
Audio.
muted.
Your audio.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Red flag.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, y'all.
Dang, so y'all lose y'all virginity and y'all got soul ties. That's crazy.
I mean, don't they say that you have a soul tie with anybody you lay with?
That's crazy.
Isn't that a thing?
I don't know. I ain't find that yet. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't think.
I mean, I just looked some stuff up because I just think that's comical for me to think that
What you found?
young girls are marrying their sweetheart when we know that in the Black community that the marriage rate is low.
Right.
So like that's crazy to me. Like to think that we're marrying our sweethearts, but the marriage rate in the Black community is low. And I just looked it up. It says only about 2% of all marriages between individuals dated from high school. That's only 2%.
2%.
So it's not the majority. Yeah,
come on now.
So it's not the majority is marrying their high school
Why y'all
sweetheart.
tell me to stop talking? It's time to switch
No,
topics.
JB, I got
next topic.
Time to switch.
Yeah.
I'm
Next
sorry,
topic.
y'all. That time is run out, y'all. We gotta switch topics, y'all. I don't know what happened. I just got back.
Y'all can hear me?
I'm gonna switch
Can y'all
topics,
hear me?
y'all.
Yeah, we can hear you, Mike.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. Well, let's go ahead and roll into the
Jay,
next topic, y'all.
Hold on, Jay.
What's up, Mike? Go
before
ahead.
You go. Man, she said it was 2%. Only 2% of the population stay
Married
with
in
a
high
female.
school.
Yeah, come on, Jay, man. What's up with your prediction?
It's a broken society. That's what it is. It's a broken society. It should be. It should be more.
See?
It's a
They
broken
doing their
society.
homework, Jay.
No,
They
but
doing
let
their
me tell you.
homework.
No, but let me tell you though. What's happening is you got a lot of people not liking a classmate, their high school sweetheart, so they're gonna go with something else, and then you get out there and you have too many options. That's what I think happens too.
Sure.
Hey man, it's time for the next topic, y'all.
Like talking about what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play with him? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh. They be dicked out. But it's like I noticed when he go do the handshake with the main player on his team, which is that, it's like, you act like I'm bothering you, bitch. Like, I'm the greatest player in the world, one of them. Like top 5, top 10, I'm one of them. And I'm in a
Like I see what he's saying, but I feel it sounds funny to me because he said he's every time LeBron walk out, all the white women be in awe of him, but when Savannah be seeing him, she just be like, But I feel like she been with him since high school, like
Yeah,
she
20
knows.
years in, man.
Yeah,
What you
she
expect?
and I feel like he just going by what he see off TV and social media.
Yeah,
When you
man.
see them clips of white women staring at LeBron and she just regular like
Like a
she know,
fan. That's a crazy
yeah,
fan. Like,
right,
Yeah,
right.
bro.
he's a rain.
If you've been
Oh
with your
shit,
girl for
straight to
20,
it.
20 plus years, 15 plus years, like y'all done had all that. Like that fire's still gonna be there, but like she don't have to be throbbing over you when she see you. We going home right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
regular for us. You know, the white ladies don't be with. They not gonna be with LeBron, so they all
I
touching
think
him and
Kevin.
loving him. But like, man,
Anybody else want to say something?
Yeah, what I thought about the whole thing, I thought it was weird because he was saying that he was having a conversation about couples, and they asked him what would he do with LeBron money. What would
Hey,
he do
what's
with
up, bro?
LeBron money? And he never answered that. He jumped right into why he wouldn't switch places with him. So because he wouldn't want to be with Savannah. So already I'm just like, why is he so thirsty to speak on this man's wife when the initial question was, what would you do with LeBron type money? That's number one. So that was already weirdo stuff. And number two, it's like he's super fanned out over LeBron and the fact that he needs to feel like this lust type of feeling from the same way that like these fans and these bystanders do, and call his wife a bitch because she's just being normal and just being with him. I just hope like any man doesn't agree with with what he was talking about, because it didn't make any sense at all, and you can just tell he just hating and looking for attention, because the story didn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I have something to add in. Well, I don't, but my husband does, so he wanted to speak right now.
For me, I was kind of confused by it because and maybe the gentleman here can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm more of a Jordan fan, but from my understanding, LeBron has never cheated, never had any scandals. For the
come
most
on, man,
part,
don't
he's been
say that.
married. I
No
think he's
proof,
been.
no proof.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
I guess I should say that nothing has been proven about LeBron. His kids
Black men don't
are
cheat.
doing terrific. LeBron has a pretty good marriage, pretty good. Uh, he's a pretty
Image.
good representation of what I would think. Yes, a good image of black husband, black entrepreneur.
On
He put his
television.
friends and families on. So yeah, I don't. Thank you, young lady, Jazz. I don't think that comparing random white fandom to his wife that has held him down and brought him nothing but prosperity and children. I don't think that like those are even comparisons. So I'm just confused on the rhetoric that Kevin was,
Right.
and I like Kevin. I'm just confused on what he meant by that.
It was so random.
I do
And
think Kevin. Oh, somebody else before I
Yo,
get into it.
yo, Kevin Gates, honestly, he used that. Even though I don't agree with anything that he said with Savannah or whatever, or LeBron, he used that same energy, went to the court and capitalized off of it. He used that same
Yeah, so
energy to now go to the game, sit front row, and everybody's Googling who's Kevin Gates
with his shirt open and all them
with
chains.
his
Just
shirt
porn,
open and all his
He's a
chains.
fine man.
With his wife or his girlfriend or whatever might be the case. So I'll be honest with you. If you call that clout chasing, that he succeeded with that one, because he had a bunch of slew of new people googling who he was and doing whatever. But
But why do you have to drag somebody else to remain or try to be relevant?
I
You're
mean,
trying to drag somebody else in
sometimes you
their
got to do that.
situation.
Sometimes you got to hop on somebody else's heels to get a little flame. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time. You may not be hot at the time, and you said, you know what? LeBron just crashed out on Stephen A. Let me go on the show. Let me start talking about him. Go on the show and just go sit front row. And guess what? He got us talking
If there's
about
so
him.
many other ways to do that, though, like
What else you can do?
I'm a black woman, but as you being a black man and every other man on here, like I'm pretty sure y'all would agree that y'all would not want another black man dragging y'all for clout. That's insane.
Was he dragging him?
That's just Kevin Gates as a person, but it's really good.
He wasn't dragging him. He was more or less talking about how his wife looks at him. He was just saying that. He wasn't dragging.
Speaking about a woman, she's a representation of him. So even speaking on her, it's still like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, he
disrespected speaking on Savannah is like speaking on LeBron. They're a team. They're married. Like, you can't speak on anyone. You can't even speak on my kids. They're representations of me. So it still affected Brian.
I mean, hey, he addressed it. He addressed it, and you know what I'm saying, he sat front row, like I said, and then we talked
right next to Brittany Renner.
So
I think he definitely was trying to get a reaction out of the whole situation. I'm not what he did wasn't right, but let's look at the context of what he's trying to say. If you with somebody, if you are a king, supposedly in the NBA, if you a high status, the whole nine, should your woman look at you a certain way throughout like time the same? Like, should she look at you like supposedly, like he said, the white girls, like, should she
get the fuck out of here?
She look at you like that?
Hell yeah.
Every time you walk out, should she be like, should she look at you like that?
Like, but how do y'all like, how do we really know that she doesn't look at him in admiration?
Right.
How do we know that? That's one picture that he's going off of.
We don't know.
You never know what the context was as to why she was looking at him in that way, in that moment.
I mean, I will say this: she do have like a stone face a lot of the time.
Yeah,
nonchalant, kind of dry face a lot of the time. Like, don't get me wrong, I think they got a good relationship probably behind the scenes or whatnot. I mean, she let him move how he want to move.
Yeah, JB, I'm kind of confused still. Like, I don't know, like me being from Detroit, like if my man's put up on me, like, hey, bro, I saw how your wife was looking at you. I ain't like it. Let me show you how she should be looking at you.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be confused.
I agree with that one. I ain't even gonna lie.
Why is the man looking at your girl that hard to be able to?
But it's always about appearance, though. You gotta think about that too. You think I want somebody with me that always look all mad and shit, like she don't want to be around me?
Z telling the truth. Z's telling the truth.
Just no, that throws out the whole aroma in the room.
I don't think she looks mad. I just think she's just not like a super personality.
She ain't even got to do that. She ain't even got to do all that.
She's chill. She never looks like she doesn't want to be there. She just looks like a queen on her throne. Honestly,
like
she be mean mugging, straight face, no smile. She watching him play the game like she mad. Hit him.
What she need to smile for y'all for?
On the game, like
yeah. What does she need to smile and put on for? This is her husband.
She don't gotta walk around showing all 32.
Yeah, she's on camera 24/7. My wife sitting in the stands looking like she hate me. What the fuck I'm gonna do?
But you also want her to be real. Like a lot of these pictures and a lot of these celebrities, they be phony as fuck.
And that's what we're getting back.
She shows real emotion, like whether it's resting bitch or it's 32.
This is why these white women be looking at him like that.
If I'm almost a Billy,
my wife should be my fan too.
If I'm worth a Billy, just go ahead. That face needs to be. You need to put on that poker face.
Exactly.
That poker face might need to be on.
Jay, you can't expect that 24/7, Jay.
At least sometimes.
Nobody's showing up 100% all the time.
Nah, Jay, you can't expect that.
Stay your ass home.
That's just being too much in your ego. It's like I need you to always.
You got a role to play,
so I can feel like
exactly. You got a role to play when we go out.
You got a role to play.
Yo,
got a role to play.
Please.
You got a role to play, baby girl. Baby girl, you the queen of this castle.
Yes.
You the queen of this castle, baby girl. I got you on this throne for a reason.
She behaves like a queen.
And she
I got you on this throne for a reason.
And who the king? Who the king though? Who the king though?
About to get up there and act like a jester. Or somebody that's there to entertain him. Or his ego. She has his children. She has been with him from the very beginning. Yeah. He knows that woman is his number one biggest fan. When they go out, that's just her demeanor. I feel like her demeanor is just cool, laid back, nonchalant. She don't need to do all the theatrics.
All the extra things.
But when people are so wrapped up in their ego and how other people perceive them, a lot of this is wanting to be validated by external forces. They think, oh, if that was my girl, she better be because people gonna be looking at me like people gonna be looking at me like, oh, my lady ain't doing it. It's like, get out your ego, baby. You gonna crash out.
That man, nah, you can't always have a
It's,
mean mug every time.
well,
They
here's the
gonna
thing
think I'm
about
beating
it.
on you.
I know you saying it's ego, but ultimately it's still a duty at the same time. Everybody on different levels. When you show up, you need to still show up for your man. That man is taking care of
He was
her
there
for
with him.
all of
She's
her life,
there.
though.
She is showing up.
He
For
A
showed
smile
sure.
does
Yeah.
No, don't
not
get me
take
wrong.
away from the fact that she's there showing up.
I have not seen a picture to where she just probably like stone cold, completely just looking nasty. But what Kevin is trying to say, if you with someone on that level, should you be?
Kevin ain't saying shit.
Show me a real
Should you
marriage
be?
where you smiling 24/7.
I
Please.
mean, I
The
ain't
two
gonna lie.
on this the two on
When
this camera, the husband and wife, I'm pretty sure they're not always kicks and giggles all the time.
I'm always shits and giggles.
I can
No,
tell.
no relationship
y'all want to
yeah.
We can tell, baby.
No relationship is shits and giggles all the time.
hold
She's
on.
right.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
it is.
So does that mean?
Can be though.
Thank you,
Does that
Mel.
does that
I
mean
mean,
that the
You
Poison and
raised
man?
the
Rain.
bar for that though.
That's a surface level
Harrison
relationship.
Rain.
So does that mean that the man don't matter at that point? Like it don't matter if you get a high level guy or not, you still gonna end up falling down to just like this motherfucker sickening eventually still. Like it really
No,
don't
but
matter on
things
the
can
guy then.
happen where you're like, this motherfucker getting on my nerves, get the fuck out of my face. Yeah, things will happen,
So
but
y'all
that
don't
doesn't
need the
mean that
high
you're
value
falling
guy.
down to that surface level.
So you don't need the high value guy. You just get the regular guy, and then you just
No, you
still
can
it's
take a
gonna happen anyway.
high value guy, but shit happens. Life is real. There's not a cookie cutter for life in relationships and marriages. Everybody's situation is different. So yes, nothing is
But
perfect. Not
but
a
that mean
damn thing is perfect.
Yeah, but when
but
we
you ain't
go
gonna put
outside,
on.
we better
There's
act like it.
moments where you like, I don't want to. I hate the way he breathes right now.
So
Like
you're
you're
not
gonna
gonna put
have those
on. So
moments.
you're not gonna put on for the high level guy though.
Wait a minute.
I'm never gonna be fake. You're always going to get authentically me. Yes.
Fatty.
What's
Now,
going on,
I don't
Fatty?
think we should be. I don't think we should be putting on anything. And my thing is, he don't have to have $1 million for me to be his biggest fan. If that's my man, that's my man. And I'm gonna, like hype him up and fan out for him all the time. But that doesn't mean
What's going on,
when we
Fatty?
go out in public, if my personality type is not to be super like crazy and outlandish in public, that doesn't mean that I'm taking away from my love or my fan or my hype for him. It's just I'm his wife. I'm carrying myself as a wife, not as a fan, not as like a groupie. You know what I mean? These white women that's looking at LeBron, they're groupies. They're trying to be like,
They're trying to get put on.
they're trying to get put on. They're trying to be a distraction. She, first of all, as a wife to somebody like LeBron, yeah, I'm gonna sit pretty and my head is on a swivel because it ain't nothing but snakes out here. I'm not. I don't have time to be putting on for cameras and for the show. I'm making sure that I'm doing my duty as a wife and having my man's back and seeing things that he can't see in this moment. Ain't nobody got time for theatrics.
But when that camera on you, I need you to smile. I don't give a fuck.
There we go. There we go. I need you to be smiling.
Hey, I need you to be smiling.
Put on
Yeah,
for the
no.
optics.
Thank you. Put on that
But
face.
why?
Because at that point, you don't need it.
We're famous
Then,
as shit.
then what?
I don't
What's the point of getting a
Right,
high
I
level
want to
guy
say that.
then?
Like at the end of the day, does LeBron really care? Because that's the only opinion that matters.
He probably don't care.
I mean,
Exactly,
really don't.
I
and
don't think he does.
that's the only one she needs to care about.
But we
Yeah,
still looking at the
facts.
premise of should you put on for your high level guy or not? See, she already done been
Like
through that whole
You should put on for
that life with. But for anybody else who want a high level guy, should you put on for him or should you just get the regular guy at that point? Because
like
you
I
probably
said,
ain't
I
gonna put on
feel,
for him because he's a regular dude.
what's wrong
I don't
with
think it matters high level or regular. Like
right?
it's who you are at the end of the day, and as your person, they should know that 100% who you are. So they shouldn't expect you to put on,
No,
knowing
he
that's
got
not your demeanor. That's not the type of person that you are.
a picture of Brown in his
I guess
joint.
at the end of the day, be yourself.
Look, they smiling. They smiling. They happy.
Find another picture.
Oh, God.
That's one out of how many years?
See, look, you can't even smile in one picture, and you still at her. Like,
Look
Yo,
at her.
look, they smiling. They smiling. She's happy. She's
Fake
happy.
smile.
Like,
Exactly.
leave them alone.
Every day. Every day.
You got an image to uphold.
The hip implant.
You got an image to uphold. Baby girl, I'm not a regular guy
For
no
who?
more.
For
I'm
who,
that
though?
guy.
But JB, who is the
yeah,
image
LeBron.
that's
of
a male ego
who
thing.
for?
She
Who's
can
the
be a
image
fan
of-
and a wife.
What is the image and who are we upholding this image for?
Legacy.
Exactly.
He's still gonna have
That's
his legacy,
it. I'm
whether
gonna just let
Hello,
that
he's
sit.
still
smiling
gonna
in
have
the pictures or
everything.
not.
Like,
Hold up,
Yeah. And
guys
then I
have
got my
two. Hold
miserable
on,
wife on the
guys have
side.
two. There we go. Guys have two legacies. They got their career and they also have their marital status on their
Exactly.
relationship, because that can be embarrassing too if you with the wrong type of chicks. That's embarrassing also. Guys don't like dealing with chicks that's gonna be treating them nasty, cheating on them. In the visual perspective, that makes that guy look like a loser because he can't keep that woman in check. She ain't holding him
Exactly.
down correctly.
And
Well,
she
she's
looking
not
miserable in the stands. Maybe like I'm thinking like, damn, why the fuck she look so miserable? This dude rich. His dick must be little. He ain't hitting it right. Like all type of shit gonna go through my head. Like, god damn.
She is not embarrassing LeBron James. She's not doing him a disservice by being who she is. Like she don't need to pull out no tricks just to appease y'all.
I
They
don't
good.
She's
agree with her. Like, I
She
don't
said
know.
anything wild on that podcast she had? Did she ever say
No,
anything wild?
Look at y'all.
no,
Look
she
at
did.
look
No,
at
Did she?
no.
she didn't. And how you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all.
What's up,
How you
fam?
doing, brother?
How you guys doing? So the thing about Savannah is she's not jealous of her husband. That's why she doesn't envy, or she's okay with being the queen. There's what
Yeah.
there's everything that men are asking for is you should be content with marrying the king and being the queen. People like Aisha Curry that says, "Oh my God, he gets so many looks from other women. I wish other men hit on me so I can feel something." She is jealous of him. She's not happy with the queen status. She's happy with the king status. So she will be happy with the king status. So for the most part, it's just that play your position is a wonderful thing to be the queen. Once you start to aim for the king position, now is when we're going to have problems. Damn, do I
You
see
better
this?
smile.
Let me smell myself. Everybody was quiet afterward. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Nah, she
baby.
better smile.
Talk your shit, baby.
Please let the ball go.
Let it go. I agree. She's just sitting pretty as the queen she is. She don't need to do nothing.
I understand what you're saying. Her playing the queen role, of course. Yeah, she needs to sit back, save face, just look pretty for the camera. But like I said, I think Kevin Gates, of course, he might have been trolling, but I think it was a deeper message behind that, to saying that should your woman still look a certain way for you throughout the year? Should she have like that look like I'm always happy for my guy when he pop out?
But Jay, the thing is, people are being comparing that to like the Usher gaze or the white woman that was on the LeBron game. That's a lustful
Okay.
type of like they're not looking at him because there's a I want to like has nothing to do with like. So if you're together with a woman for 20 years, that look that she has to give to you is not a lustful look, it's an admiration look. Look at my man going in. That's like you're not going to be all crazy. And the thing about it is, like, how can you talk about LeBron James and Savannah and you cuffing a motherfucking Instagram thotty? Like what? Like you literally go to his game with the one of the biggest odds that said that she had sex with 3 men in 24 hours, and all of a sudden you're talking about the woman that is married, their high school sweetheart since 20.
Yeah.
No, come on, man.
You talking about
No,
Kevin Gates?
I definitely think
talking
Kevin
about
Gates like a lame at that part.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
You talking about Kevin Gates' wife?
Yes. No, not wife.
No,
The,
you're talking about Brittany Renner.
And you still paid $20,000 to see me, sucker. You talk all that shit, and you pay $20,000 to see me on the first row. Who is the king? Is me or you? You are sitting down there. You're looking at me. So I don't get it.
Are there any celebrity like wife situations where they're, I guess, more exuberant about seeing their man? Do y'all see anybody out there that's like shows more energy or more excitement about their husband?
I like Savannah, man. Give me Savannah. I'll take Savannah.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I don't see what's wrong with Savannah.
Savannah's
It's
fine.
nothing wrong with her.
Like what I'm saying, as far as his response, as far as, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
yes.
We can
I'm
hear you.
sorry, y'all. I've been having audio issues this whole time, but
You gotta press the audio button.
We just gonna let you be great.
I
That's
was
what we were trying to
trying
do. We're trying to let you be great.
I was trying to figure it out. Y'all see me pop in, pop out, but yeah, I think he just want to troll LeBron because he want him a Savannah, and instead he got a reborn, whatever she claiming to be, and he wishing she was a Savannah. So it ain't nothing but some hate and jive going on.
Yeah, he definitely a big troll for that situation. But like I said, I understood the premise what he was talking about because it was still a message behind it. Now whether it applied to LeBron or not, but how do you look at your guy when your guy is a great guy or a guy on that level? Fatty,
For
I understand
one,
what you were
Drake
saying
ain't
about
even
more of a
look at
lustful
Gates
look.
like that.
Right, and who's to say the way she's looking is not excitement? Like
All
people
right.
different ways.
I
And
get
I
what you're
also
saying.
feel like, and I also feel like if she was like super extra and doing y'all would have something to say about that.
Oh, now
She's
she
doing too
ghetto.
much.
Do you
She's doing
guys
too much. Yeah,
do
you
you,
know what I
do
mean.
you guys
Y'all would have something to say about that. So like, just
do,
let the women
do you
be.
guys
You have a
remember
point.
when Jeff Bezos and his girlfriend saw Leonardo DiCaprio on the red carpet and
Yeah,
she
I
was
remember.
looking at him like
I remember
a
that.
little puppy and shit?
Yeah, I
Again,
remember that.
no, this is how a man wants a woman to look at them, but that's a lustful look. That's not. Oh my
Absolutely.
God! No, he says you are a star and I am a fan type of look. I don't
Yeah.
think your woman. I don't think your woman should have that type of look. It should be something more classy and more
That
mature. You shouldn't
does
be
that
looking at me like the first day you saw me. That makes
does that exist though? When you look at him, you like, damn boy, that's that man I'm married 20 years.
How
Does
your
it
wife look
exist?
at you, Jay?
Admiration. She looks at me, happy.
I think there's moments, Jay. I think it's like happiness, right? Your
Yeah.
life should be 7 days a week.
Especially, hold on, I'm
20.
glad you asked that. My
Hmm?
bad, Fatty. Especially if
No,
we
you got
out
it.
some, especially if we out somewhere, she actually kind of goes out of her way to make sure, she does that. Just to add that into it.
Yeah, so I think it should be like every other relationship, right? Your
Hmm.
dad and your mom are not proud of you every day and look at you like you are the king of the world. But this once you actually do something nice, graduation day, you won the MVP, you are the best player. That's
Hold
when
on.
they should give you that look that, hey man, I'm proud of you, kid. I think it's the same thing with relationships. You might not get that look every time, but I guarantee you, if LeBron James is the NBA champion or he gets a big deal or something, he comes back home, I think she give him the same type of look. Like, man, look at
Absolutely.
my man. I think that's kind of more fair, I guess.
I respect that. Anybody else got anything to say on that?
You need to look at me like you're gonna lose me every day.
See, we on the same page. See? We on the same
So he will
page.
be, so he would be smiling every day, like,
Every
oh,
fucking day.
you would be like,
Are
damn.
you reciprocating that though? Are
All
you
the
looking at your person
time.
like
No,
All
oh,
the
Z
time.
be
All
choking
the
her
time.
female. She done already showed us a couple of times.
Yeah,
out here being
She
a
be
got,
secret?
choking them.
got
I don't
great
know if it's
energy.
genuine at that point. She probably
Hey,
smiling because she's
it's
scared.
love. It's
You
love.
ain't got
Abusive.
nothing else
Abusive
to do but
energy.
Yeah,
smile.
she probably smiling because
Terrified.
she's scared.
Damn.
Yeah, she got
Yo,
real abusive energy.
I'm
yo,
done.
JB, what's up, man? This enough admiration for you?
Yeah,
Hey,
they
I
on
love it.
demon
It's
time
black.
right now.
Come
Hey
on,
man,
man.
that's black
Yo,
excellence.
yo.
That's black love. I love it, man. I'm not here to be. I'm not no hater to actual love, man. I just have to have to be unbiased about the situation. You feel
Yeah,
me?
I
I
just
mean,
I
feel
have
that
to
like
look
wasn't a
deep into the.
situation though.
no. I just feel like Kevin. I just feel like Kevin Gates. He looking too much on like what's going on in the internet, or he just looking at
He was
how
trying to be a
all.
troll.
You
Yeah,
sure?
Yeah,
he's
he
just
just
trying
He
to
was
be
trying
trolling.
to
a
troll.
He
He
was
troll.
ain't got nothing better
trolling,
to
Look at
do.
man.
the comments Kevin Gates always making. Like, it's never anything
Yeah,
that's
he's a
not
nasty dude.
institutional. Like, he really says shit that can be institutional. Like, it's never anything positive that comes out of his mouth. Even when he's trying to speak positivity, you'll look at him and be like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Nah, he do be telling God to stop watching
you be
porn though.
saying a whole lot of nothing.
He do be
That's a good
telling
one,
God.
Maul.
He do be telling God to stop watching porn and practice like
Yeah,
abstaining from sex and all that though, because you do lose
yeah,
your
like
energy. So he do be having
semen
some good message.
retention.
Yeah,
Well,
he do
maybe
be
Yeah.
he
having some
should
good
continue
message.
to talk to the guys and leave people wives alone.
Well, possibly. Well, hey, think about it like this. What if he was trying to give a little, like maybe he used LeBron as an example, but maybe he is saying that, hey, you
Bad
should get a
example.
girl that look at you look at
No,
you in a
you know
certain
what?
way.
You know why it was malicious because he said like that white woman look at him.
And then called
That was
Savannah.
That
dangerous.
if he said, "Oh, I wish she would look," that she said like the white woman look at. You were trying to pick up a fight because there's a fighting word. He's going to agitate the man and the woman, especially the black woman, because he say, "Damn, this woman did everything right, and he's the woman that you're targeting." Like she did everything right. Married the high school sweetheart, Carrie had kids by him. The kids are successful. Everything is good, and you are going to use the white woman against her. if she can get got everything, everybody can get got. Every woman can get got, and there's not.
He was stirring the pot.
Yeah, he trying to infiltrate with the white woman.
I love white
I
women.
think he just wanted his name out. I feel like he just wanted some clout, and off of LeBron, you definitely gonna get clout. You mention his wife is gonna get back to LeBron.
Yeah, and in the playoffs.
Like, that man just wanted clout. He wanted his name to be some way because he ain't really been talked about lately. So why not target one of the biggest niggas in the NBA and target him through his wife? You know, you gonna try to get a rise out of somebody, and you first you gonna go for the wife because you would say something to a nigga, and a nigga was like, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. But if you go to his wife, you're definitely gonna get a rise out of that guy.
And he did respond back with like a comment saying that I don't like kings don't talk to peasants or something like that. So I mean, that was a pretty good response.
I wish he never did that. Who, LeBron responded to Kevin Gates and said that?
He had to do it because he shows that he supports his woman in front of people. It was a slight jab without ruining the corporate image. All he did was, I'm defending my woman, I'm with my woman, and this, like, everybody can just leave this alone. I actually think he dealt with it perfectly. Like, it was.
We also know LeBron has been living his best life as a 40-year-old guy as well too in the NBA. He's been doing a lot of as well trolling, so this has been good to even watch because he's never really been. He's been the one to take all the jabs and continue moving on with it. But now this time he's like, yo, you know what? I come for payback. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a ring with Luka, I'm gonna take that ring, and then if you talk shit about me and my family, we're gonna talk about it, whether it's in person or online. And hey, I commend LeBron for doing this thing, man. 20 years in the game. Come on. Say something.
Yeah, and he still didn't got caught cheating. Let's go.
And he get caught cheating, man. Come on, baby.
And attention, I said caught. I didn't say there's no cheating.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say that around the wrong person because some people feel like he's never cheated.
Oh no, he's the only one that I kind of is Stephen Curry, maybe.
Steph possibly hadn't cheated, but LeBron,
the Miami thing.
LeBron got a lot of y'all food now. Don't get me wrong. Like I said,
we talk about this right now.
We don't have to dive into it because I know people gonna feel how they feel about it. But bruh, if y'all think this man ain't busting down nothing else,
never. If you're not caught, you're not cheating.
Exactly. We can go ahead and roll into the next topic though. We already came to a consensus.
Damn right.
JB,
what's up?
I was gonna say, so you saying Shannon Sharpe should go see LeBron's people?
Which people?
His people with the NBA and stuff like that to make sure he doesn't get caught.
Nah, he already done messed up too bad. Nah, it's over. It's a wrap.
So y'all think LeBron really done cheated?
Come on now.
What?
LeBron had allegations in Miami by actually it was a white woman. I don't remember the name of her, but she's actually just Jules, something like that. This is a white woman. He guarantees someone kind of understands what's going on, but publicly he been caught.
My brother in the music industry.
Why y'all do that?
He knows
Why
stuff
y'all
behind
get
the
money
scenes.
and then go to white women? What's that about?
And I want the whole rainbow.
What's that about?
There you go, Z.
Because
the whole rainbow.
Because they know they've been conditioned to believe that being in proximity to whiteness in general means that you've made it and you are successful. And if you have a non-black woman on your arm, specifically a white one, then you really made it. Black guy.
Or she has a big booty and I just want Chinese that
they
day.
rarely have big booty.
Yep. Right. There you go, Fatty. There you go, Fatty.
It's simple. It's simple.
Guys normally like variety though. It's not even really about a white thing.
Status thing. It's a status
thing. Okay, what if you get with a bad Colombian or a bad Puerto Rican one that's really bad, like a
my question is, why is never a black woman? Why is never a black woman? Why is always another race?
It's always a black woman, but there's other women out there.
So you want, this is what I find crazy, right? You want him to cheat on his black woman with another black woman. Like, what does that do for your, I don't know, self-esteem, the
psyche?
Like, he chose the black woman. He's literally cuffed the black woman. He's raised her kids. She's worth $1 billion
no,
now.
I'm talking in general. Like when black men get rich, they always on their arm have a white woman. Like
that's not true.
Everybody got it tight.
Majority of the time, they'll pop up with a white woman. At some point in time.
There's the minority.
Let That Be Great. Really quickly.
Let me do a quick
I'm
shout
talking
out
to Let
real
That Be
fast.
Great.
Let me shout out real Robert Platinum for the super chat. We are all black. Ain't that right, Brat? I appreciate that, brother. So
Let That Be Great. I kind of, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, Jonathan Majors didn't have a thick white girl with all that body, yaddy, yaddy, and yet he still lost the bag, and he is still suffering from his image.
And now who he with?
y'all,
A black
y'all,
woman.
y'all
Because he
want to know
done
what it
learned
is?
his lesson.
Y'all want to know what it is?
All
And this
races
is just
gonna
my
hold you down.
perspective. It's just a difference from y'all. Every ethnicity is gonna give something different than what our own is gonna give us. So usually guys like to experience that because guys like variety. So a guy might dibble and dabble in other ethnic groups. I ain't gonna lie, most guys
They
they
ain't dibbling and
fantasy.
dabbling when they broke.
They most most guys' fantasy is to possibly try out every ethnicity woman out there. Whether they say it out loud, it's probably in their head. Just being honest, whether they
Is
young
that
or
y'all fantasy? Is that y'all? I'm
a
asking
lot,
the
lot of
panel. I'm
guys can
asking
fall for
y'all
that.
on the panel. Is that y'all fantasy to try? Z, shut up. Put your goddamn hand down. You over here want to choke people out and shit. I'm not talking to you right now. To the guys, what y'all want? What you think?
I like black women though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
It's
Okay, Marla.
I don't discriminate.
I'm on.
I'm an equal opportunity partner. If the body is looking right, I don't care if you're saying.
I go for personality.
If you come from Nijmegen and
Cap,
you're green,
cap.
if you came from
Cap.
Nijmegen and you're green, but you have a fat ass, you maybe have an opportunity.
What you think, Mel?
Man, hey, you mean Paris, right?
Paris. My bad.
I'm playing.
Let her
No,
be
no,
great.
My
no.
bad. I'm sorry. Paris
It's all good. It's
Serene.
all good.
Paris
No, it's all
Serene.
good. It's all good. I mean, I like them all. I mean, I think it's all about if she's gonna treat you good. You know what I mean? Treat you good, good vibes. You know what I mean?
Hey, why you
But
don't like
also,
black
but
girls?
also, huh? Oh
I'm
shit,
just
man!
playing. I'm
I
just
got bad
playing.
experience with black girls. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn, Paris, you don't even like black women?
It's a long story. It's a long story.
Uh-oh.
I ain't gonna
Make
lie.
it short.
We're gonna say that. We're
Make
gonna
it
say that for
short.
we're gonna say that for later. We're gonna say that for later.
I mean, you can spare us. We don't need to know.
Hey, can everybody say we listen but
Wow.
we don't judge?
We
We
listen, don't
listen, but
judge.
we
Exactly.
Come on,
don't
y'all. Come on,
judge.
y'all.
Go ahead, Paris, you got this.
I judge
What
a little
about
bit.
you, Ishama?
No
I
judgment.
judge a little bit.
What you think? What you got?
I mean, for me personally, I will always go for my black women first, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not negating any other race, but black always first. Black is always first.
I
love
like
it.
you. I like him. I like him.
what's up, India?
Hey,
How you doing, Indian?
hey y'all.
Most
All
women that
right,
I
how you
dated
doing?
were white because I live on it's because of proximity, right? I live in Portugal, but I don't find the things that I like in white women I like in black women. Like it's not the. Do you see what I'm
That's not
saying?
the same.
That's not the same. How is not the same?
Mhm.
Do you have
That's
like
not
the white woman have like a looser coochie? Like what do they have that the black woman do? Like
They
it's
got
All
longer
pussy the
hair. They
same.
got pasty
like
skin. They
me.
got
My thing
bite.
is with white women and black
She
women.
funny.
The first of all, the biggest difference is the color. Let's just start there. The color.
It's just color though. It's just
It's
It's just
color.
just
color.
like
It's just
The
color.
it's
It's nothing special. It's
lack
just
of
color.
melanin.
Well, the skin texture
There's so much
seems to
to talk about
vary.
our
This
melanin.
this texture of the skin varies because you can touch a black person and then touch a white person, and the texture isn't the same. Like
It's supple.
so
It's
Man, the
movable.
texture
Hey, the
might be.
flavor too.
Shawty just
It,
don't put on lotion.
no, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, if you there is differences, like when it comes to white and black. Black people get wet in the rain, you don't smell them. White people get wet in the rain,
hold on.
you
It
smell
depends.
hold on,
Hold
man.
on.
smell
God
like
Depends.
What?
damn.
Hold on.
Hold on. Hey, man, what
Depends.
y'all doing over
Hold
there right
on.
now?
Depends.
I
Because
can't.
not a lot of black women also wash their ass and properly. A lot of
it came in
women.
shooting.
Let's just keep
no,
it a
I'm not
bean.
saying they don't
Come
wash.
on
It's
now.
I'm
shooting.
saying like when you ever be in the stove and after everybody come in the stove, you know it's raining outside. But as soon as you see a smell of white person walk past you, it's like, God damn, like
But
But you
my
got
thing is this,
emit
you
a
got
and I
crusty
say
different
on
this
both
all the
sides
time.
smell.
though.
I literally have this
Oh
argument
shit.
all the time. Yes, don't get it wrong. In the rain, white people smell like dog. But also in the rain, if black people are not showering the correct way, they smell like pig. That's just straight up facts. They
Everybody
I ain't
do.
It
smelt
smells.
go
that one.
both. It
Hey,
I
go.
question:
It go
smelled
Pig.
that
Did
one.
both
you
sides.
wash?
Hold
Did
on.
you wash your ass today?
I wash my hands every day.
Let me
I
ask
play
you.
this
Let me
shit.
ask you this. Let me ask you
Hey,
this real
making
quick. Hold on,
sure.
hold on. Is it
Man,
more
that's
about what about the character of each person though? What if dudes don't like the character how a lot of like modern
Ooh,
black chicks
baby is
act? So
upset.
let's say he want,
That's
yeah.
India. India say, why you talking shit about black white people?
Hey, for
Stop
real.
it, mommy.
No, no, she's trying to explain to me that my stepson and my other daughter are arguing with her, and now she's upset. So she's talking really fast because she's upset.
Oh,
So what about the character of a person? Like, does the mindset of a black chick opposed to the mindset of a white chick matter? Like, if they just different, they just kind of fit that person where they at in life at that time period. Does that matter?
I just
Personality,
I-
mindset, growth.
it's
all
always
that.
going to be different for a black woman
Yeah.
and a white woman. Like
All y'all, I mean, all y'all got issues
our
though.
cultures are totally different. Like
I
the
don't think
mindset
it.
is always going to be different.
I don't think it matter the color though. All y'all gonna have y'all problems when it come to
Is-
dealing with y'all. It really don't matter the color. Is we gonna have to
And
deal with the same headache. It don't matter white or black. It's gonna be the same headache.
you can always find the white guy that went to the same school as you or doing the same job, on the same career path and all that. The thing is, I actually think it's more about swag than other thing. Because, for example, the Travis Kelsey dude that is dating the Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Black woman were fawning over you for like when he was having the low taper with the fade and the beard like he swagger, like woman was like, oh damn, that's a attractive white man because he's grooming himself like a brother and he's hanging around brothers. And then he went to Taylor Swift and now he looks like a hillbilly with the mustache and all the shit and no beard, and they kind of flip it on him.
Nah, he's
If
still
you-
fine.
Oh, you see, so that's the thing. If he's your type, you're going. That's
I'm gonna keep it a whole bean.
But
I don't give a damn how a nigga looks. I really don't give a damn.
white or
You
black?
can really look. You can really look like Shamar Moore, fine as fuck, and I still will not pay you no fucking mind.
Stop
So
So
lying.
what? Hold on. What are you
No,
attracted?
Stop
Shamar
lying.
kind of fine.
Can I ask India a
Shamar kind of
question?
fine.
Hold on. India,
I'm dead ass.
what are you attracted to? Like,
Women.
Okay, you might not have no dog in this fight then.
Wait, you said you
Um,
had no, India. You said you had
Nah.
kids like a few seconds ago.
Hell nah.
What's confused about?
So
Just 'cause
you
I got kids don't mean
graduated from
nothing.
dick.
You got
That's
kids?
crazy.
What you mean?
You
Did I graduate from
Yeah,
dick?
you
What the
graduated
fuck?
from dick.
Did you graduate from
Wait,
dick?
hold on. What type
She
of
said I
fucking
have kids.
question?
Wait.
Where did baby come from?
Yeah, where did the baby come
Okay,
from?
so when a man and a woman loves each other, I'm gonna teach you the birds and the bees.
Oh, thank you very much.
Got it.
Ah.
You ain't gay for real.
No, for real, I'm dead ass. Listen,
yeah, you
right?
ain't gay
So
for
as
real.
when I
You
was
ain't gay for
younger,
real.
no, when I
AZ,
was younger,
test her, test her.
I always
She
liked
got
women.
dick.
My
She ain't
mom,
gay.
listen, that doesn't mean anything. Just
Hey,
because you had,
India.
I wanted
No,
a
no.
child.
Hey,
I
India,
wanted a
prove it.
child.
No, India,
Sperm
prove it.
donor.
Hey,
The
one
fuck?
second.
No dick.
India.
No,
Hey, India,
no.
prove it. Go get your strap on. Prove
Let me
it.
get
Go
your
get your
card,
strap
bruh.
on right now.
Hold
Oh,
on.
hell no. Hey,
Hold on.
Go
Hey, I'm
get
about
your
to.
strap on.
chill.
Oh, word.
Yeah, boy, you about to get removed from the screen, girl. Don't play them games. You about to get removed real quick.
Hey, she
My
about
boy
to slap
said,
this
I'm
bitch
not
on the
getting
camera.
sensitized.
Yeah, I did
You
as
know, the
fuck.
camera like this. Hey, we ain't playing them games over here. No, sir.
Oh
Like,
shit.
I'm hollering.
Crazy.
Oh, snap.
Um,
Your
is
gay
it?
card is revoked, though. Okay.
So
My
no.
gay card can't be revoked though.
You
So
revoked
do you,
it.
hey,
You're out
India,
of there.
if you are actually, would you date white woman?
Fuck no.
I would.
Why?
No.
Why?
I'm
No, why?
sorry.
Why?
It's nothing that a white woman does or have that I'm attracted to.
Have you ever?
Nothing.
You ever
Y'all got the
dated?
same
No.
body. Y'all still
I
got the
would
same
never.
body parts though.
I don't give a damn.
They got the same body parts.
So
I
what's the
don't
difference
care.
You got
between a
two
white woman
legs.
and a black woman?
You got
then?
2 legs. You got 2 feet.
In that way, in a sexual way. I'm not thinking about
Me personally, with this is my personal opinion. Me personally, with a black woman, not only are you getting a black queen, you're getting a
All
woman
y'all not queens.
that okay. I don't know about the women that you run into, but all of the ones I've run into, they were queens.
Yeah,
But
all y'all not queens. Though.
That's crazy.
they were queens. Including my current one now.
Mm.
Like with them, they cook, they clean, they season their food. I don't have to worry about dying
white
at an
women
early age.
season.
Barely.
With salt
Hey, make
and
it season your food too.
mayonnaise.
Hold
Same
on.
thing with
Yeah,
black
salt
women.
and mayo
All
is not
black
really a
women don't
seasoning.
season.
The only thing I don't like
Who?
about the whole
What about the adobo?
The what?
The what?
Exactly.
The adobo. You know what I'm saying?
Adobo.
What is he saying?
Adobo really ain't even
Y'all know,
got no flavor.
man. Y'all know about adobo? Come on, man.
Adobo?
Man,
Yes.
y'all,
Is he saying adobo?
I
Yes.
forgot y'all. Yeah, girl.
Adobo.
Yeah, adobo.
Like
we
adobo
about to
women?
we about to
Like,
read
what the
we
fuck
about
are
to
you asking?
No,
we about
man.
to
I'm gonna
redirect.
say.
Pause.
Man, yeah.
We about
You
to
talking about the
redirect to the
seasoning?
last topic. We about to redirect to the last topic, y'all.
Everybody
The
should be treated
last
equally.
topic. Let's get into it.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going 50-50 with no man. I came across this video, y'all, and this man talk about you need to go 50-50 with him. I'm not going 50-50 with no body. I don't care. I'm not doing it. Now, we come up on hard times, I'm going to get out there and get in that field. But am I going 50-50? No. I'm not a 50-50 type of woman. I bring too much to the table. Because, by the way, if anybody's sitting at this table, like that lady said in that video I reposted earlier, y'all, they either came in me or came out of me. I'm not doing it. I got to nurture you, take care of y'all, do everything I need to do. And you think I'm going to go 50-50? You out your rabbit ass, man. So we don't do that over here.
I disagree.
So fucking
I
dangerous.
disagree. I'm sorry. A grown ass woman is going to go 50-50 with her man, 70-30 with her man, 20-80 with her man. It doesn't fucking matter. Because first of all, a relationship is never 50-50. It's never
Exactly.
fucking 50-50. It's either sometimes it's going to be 50-50, sometimes it's going to be 0-100, sometimes it's going to be 20-80. It doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, if I'm your partner, I'm rocking with you and I fuck with you and I love you the long way,
Can we watch the
I'm
F
going to
bomb?
rock with you whether you're up, you're down, whether you got me, I got you. That's just that. That's where a lot of black women do go wrong at because they believe in, a man is supposed to take care of me. But what if he out there taking care of you for a long ass time and then something happens to him where maybe his leg gets shot off or some shit like that. And then
Do
now
you
he's not able to sit
do
there
you
and take
go
care of you. What are you gonna say?
Who are you dating
do
exactly?
you go 50-50 with your girl?
We don't do 50. There's no such thing as a 50-50 with us.
You do 100.
Yeah.
No, there's like there's no numbers with us. It's okay, you see that's gotta be done, take care of it. You see I gotta do it, I'll take care of it. There's no
Hold on.
50
So
50.
there's no dynamic on who take care of what. Like most of the time,
No,
it'll be
there's
all
never
split.
that's something that should be
Chaotic.
unspoken.
That's
Hey Jay,
chaotic.
you know what happened, Jay? The more
What?
masculine one gets the man roles.
There you
There's no
go.
masculine one
There you
there.
go. That's what
There's no
happened.
masculine there.
I believe
No, no,
that.
Always.
no.
There's no
You could,
masculine in our relationship. We're
no, no.
both girls.
Ask Z. You could see a lesbian couple in the street, and you know exactly who is doing more of the manly role and who is doing the more feminine role.
Exactly.
Me and my girl are both girls, like girly.
I mean, okay, we understand that you're both girls, but you still got that most dominant person and that most submissive person in the relationship all the time.
Always.
That's not true.
It's always gonna
That's not
show.
true.
Is.
That's
It's
not all the
Always
time.
always
show.
true.
No,
It's
that's
always a
one thing I
dominant
hate.
submissive.
I hate that fucking. I really think that I hate people mindset because people always believe there's always supposed to be a masculine one and more submissive one. No,
It's usually
that's
always
not
like
It's
true.
always like that.
That's
You may
okay.
think that,
That's
but
what
I
y'all
promise
believe.
it's a little thing in your relationship that gives your partner most dominance or most submissive over you. I promise you, there's something in there. Something in there. You just not noticing that shit, but it's there. I promise you, it's there.
Not every lesbian relationship is like that.
Oh shit!
Nah,
I'm sorry,
Man,
crashed
put the
out.
hands
It's so
down.
people
Hold
saying
on.
that you probably the masculine one. Do you feel like you more the
I'm
masculine one
definitely
in your
not.
relationship?
I am definitely not.
I can't
I'm the
tell.
I'm the more outspoken.
Well,
She's more like
back
she's
to the
more
topic though.
reasonable.
Back to the topic though.
Masculine and submissive. There you go. You just did it. Come on now.
Hold
No,
on. Let's
she's
bring it.
more reasonable.
Let's bring it back to the topic. And if we happen to get back into her situation, we
Go ahead,
will.
go ahead.
Okay, when it comes down to 50-50,
50-50.
I used to think that, okay, I feel like you should take care of your woman because you would get the best out of her. But I think in today's society, it's not feasible for a lot of people to do that. And I think a lot of women don't appreciate it 100% if you do full taking care of her on your side. I think a lot of chicks don't ultimately appreciate it, and then they possibly still might treat you like shit in the process while you do 100% and you just fully take care of her. You know, I think that should be reserved for females who, you know, give you that, you know, that full control of the relationship. You know, look at you like look at you like that. You feel me?
Okay, LeBron James.
Hey JB, I want to interrupt right quick. We have some things to say over here about the 50.
What's up? Go ahead.
What's up, JB? So I'm pretty sure, like you just said, like it's not really feasible for most couples to even go through that. In America, the average male, no matter what race, makes about $65,000 per year. It'd be basically impossible for him to cover himself and another adult fully. Most women and males, marriage or unmarried, find themselves in situations where they're splitting bills and responsibilities. Whether it's taking kids to PTA meetings, if you don't have kids, taking care of bills in separate households. If you don't live together, if you do live together, there's still separate responsibilities that most males are not taking care of every single need that a woman has. Maybe all the bills, that might be a possibility, but there's still no data that can even say that there's 25% of males or 30% of males or 50% of males that are doing this. This is more of a opinionated conversation. Yeah. Objective.
Okay. What do you feel like women ask for, or they speak about what they would like?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you feel like most women want when it comes down to either 50-50 or 100%? Like, what you usually hear online, that you hear a lot of women asking for a man to take care 100% instead of the 50-50 role. A lot of women don't want to be out there putting 50%.
Yeah, like I said, man, I think from watching your show, I know that you're smart enough to know everything online is not real, right? In real life, that's why I gave you the stat. Yeah, the stats from the census, because I don't believe if I ran into, let's say, Let Her Be Great, she's gonna automatically say you have to pay every single bill that I have right now. If my AirPods break, you gotta get them. You gotta get new ones, right? She's not gonna say every single thing. Most women don't do that when you meet them. I think at least I haven't run into a woman like that sets that expectation day one.
I've seen it in my life. I'll just be honest to you. I'll be honest with you. I've seen it in my life for sure. But I'm gonna let you finish.
Did you marry her?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop, for example, women that say just because you are dating them that they want nail money, for example. Happens all the time. A lot of women think you should carry certain things when you are in a relationship with them, especially if they know you got it, and they will resent you if you actually don't, because no woman wants to be working 8 hours a day when they know that you have a salary that she could be only work 4. You see what I'm saying? So even if you cannot sustain a full relationship fully, most women would say, yeah, baby, please work 10 hours so I don't have to work 8. That's I think that's fair for everybody.
I don't disagree with that. But the reason why I asked you, JB, did you marry her? Because just like in the Shannon Sharpe situation, you had the opportunity to give her access to you or not. She wasn't going along with the things that you saw fit, so you probably married somebody who did. Right? You get what I'm saying? That's why I asked, did you marry her? She probably wasn't what you wanted, so you got rid of her and got somebody who was better suited. I'm pretty sure I'm probably right about that.
You're gonna have different women that's gonna fall into different categories. So you're still gonna have those women out there that's asking for 100%, but are they willing to get with the guy who's willing to provide 100? And when I say 100, not being able, not saying he has to be a rich guy, but can you get with a guy who's gonna give you 100% while still making 60 or 70,000 a year? Because you're still gonna be giving more as a guy. I'm gonna be honest. It's never gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be 50-50. That guy's still gonna have to put out more than the female. Most women don't want a relationship.
In what way?
You're gonna have guys that's gonna be paying possibly more to rent, bills. He's probably working more. Usually the female is gonna be working less than the guy in a relationship. And that's the norm.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have something to say. I mean, I agree with you. I'm with you. Let be great. Like, I'm giving a little bit of pushback. The fact that
do y'all work more, guys? Do y'all work?
Yes. Hold on, Coy. What? Let Coy say something. What you say, Coy?
Oh, I'm saying I agree with you. The fact that we're talking about 50-50, we need to really understand that the 50-50 part comes in with the whole inflation and everybody's, marital makeup, the way their household look is not the same. So what may work for you may not work for someone else. That's why I feel like this conversation about the 50-50, I don't like it for both sides, because the economy we live in doesn't support someone to pay 100% of the bills. And most women are not dating the 2% of the men who are able to pay all the bills. Everyone's not
That
dating
don't
LeBron James.
that
So
don't
I don't
negate
like
that chicks
speaking about
want it though.
celebrities when the average man in America isn't making what LeBron James is making or isn't making what other celebrity guys are making. So I think we need to really be like, okay, that's not the average, but what is normal? It is normal for couples to go in on bills together. And as far as the Black community goes, Black women work. We've always worked.
So do you think that if most Black men were wealthy or doing very good for themselves, that the marriage rate and the pregnancy rate wouldn't skyrocket? Like if all Black men decided to not tomorrow, they found the Dragon Balls and they said our wish is that Black men are the most wealthy men on the planet, and all of a sudden the average income for Black men went from 50,000 to 150,000. Most Black women will try to marry a man. That's the reality.
I don't really know.
More money on, as soon as there's more money on Black men pockets, they are going to want to have more kids, and they're going to actually stay with these people because that's what usually happens. So
that's
money,
not the 50-50 though. That's still not 50-50.
but that's the point. So just because you are getting 50-50 doesn't mean that you actually are for it. You are doing it out of necessity. As soon as your man gets promoted, fuck with that shit 50-50. I don't think y'all want it. Right? I don't
think y'all want 50-50 still.
Yes. So they
don't
want.
At the end of the day,
I
that's
want whatever you give me.
So there's nothing that you're
cap.
saying that we can pull to back up that data. That's rooted in theory. So whatever your theory is, I can't collaborate that. That doesn't make sense to my mind because that is a theory. That is your thought. That is literally brainstorming what you think may happen, which is based on nothing. So everyone's entitled to their theory. So I think it's a great theory. I think you can look into it and figure it out, dive a little bit deeper into it. But that's a theory. That is a hypothesis.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick. You're always going to you're always going to respect the guy that outputs more than you. Like if you with a guy he outputs more than you, you will respect that guy. Don't act like if he putting out less than you, you still gonna respect him the same way. If he wants to stay like that consistently throughout his life, if he outputs more than you, you will respect him for that.
No, but it depends on the situation.
Woman respect Shannon Sharpe because he was outputting more than him, and yet she didn't respect him at all, as y'all confirmed earlier.
She had her own money.
Put some Black babies on me. Like what the hell are you talking about?
Exactly.
Give me that gravy.
She also put rape allegations on him as well and cost him over
only
$30
stopped
million.
respecting him when he didn't do what she wanted him. When he started not doing what she wanted him to do. But the reality is,
We're talking about average people. Average people.
Yeah, no, but
everyday
even
people.
average people. So think about it, right? Gently. You have your husband. Your husband all of a sudden is promoted because now he's 40-something years old. He's been on a company for 10 years and he promoted to the average $50,000 to $130,000. Your position is going to change. And you're probably going to say, hey, baby, can I rest a little bit more? And the man is going to say, yes, miss, you work hard. Go ahead and do whatever you need to do. That's most men and most women. You think that?
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on.
Most women
go ahead, Fatty. I'm gonna let you finish.
But don't do most women. My question is to gently. If your husband all of a sudden got a raise, a promotion, and he could afford taking care of everybody, would you ask for a readjustment on your relationship and says, you know what, I love you, but like, can you keep that since you are paying since you now can pay all the bills? Can I readjust me going to work every day? Can I just work 4 hours, 5 hours, not work at all and take care of the kids? Wouldn't you ask for a readjustment?
Honestly, I love my career. I worked very hard on finishing my bachelor's and my master's. So for me, no.
Okay. If I'm taking care of all the bills, I want my woman working less to keep that energy right.
Yes.
For me, she's my wife. I want that energy right. I don't want her working over 40 hours, 50, 60. I don't want her doing that because the energy ain't going to be right coming home because you wearing yourself out. If I'm capable of taking care of everything, which I am, I don't want her out there overdoing it to where she has to come home and now she's fully stressed out. She's aging, her aging is accelerating because she's out there getting it just like I am. Mm-hmm. We built very different.
So basically, you saying you would do 100% if you was able.
Yes, I would.
But most women don't want that. Most women want to provide for themselves because every woman does not want to depend on.
No, ain't not every woman. I don't think that. I don't think every woman want to. Like women are tired. Like I'm a black woman. I'm tired of being a strong black nigga in my house. Like
exactly. You want to do this shit yourself.
I don't want to do it myself, Z.
Oh shit, you want 100%?
No, I do not. No, it's a difference. It's a difference than a woman being an independent woman based off of her circumstances that influence her situation. I don't believe every black woman who is successful or independent is actually happy in that role. Like some women some women are career driven, but then women as a whole, a woman who is always screaming, I'm independent, I promise you all the time she don't want to be that independent woman. She would like to have a man who she can depend on to lead, but we're placed in positions to where we don't have a choice but to act the way we act because we're the head of our household. Like it's men that are supposed to be head of household. If we don't have one, then that's who we have to be. But everybody screaming independent woman don't necessarily want to be the independent woman of their household the whole time.
The thing too is you probably are on the younger side of 40 because when you talk with this 40-year-old black woman, white woman, Latino woman, Asian woman, if they're 40 and up, oh, they're tired.
They tired. They are
usually
tired.
It's the younger woman that says, I want to speak because you still look good, because you still have energy. As soon as you get close to that 20, to that 40, and you know that you have to work for more 30 years,
the knees buckling.
Brother, retire me, brother. Put my jersey on the reference. I don't want to play anymore.
Bro, I know women that were required to work overtime in aviation. They quit because they were required to work an extra 10 hours. They quit. They didn't want to do it. All the guys didn't care. They're like, oh, I'm about to make extra money. OT, okay, double time, cool.
Damn right.
Y'all body built different than ours. That's of course the women would quit first. That's how y'all were created. Y'all bodies were created stronger to withstand longevity, withstand hotter temperatures and shit. But a woman body is not made for consistent work 24/7, overtime 24/7. Like,
can y'all hold down the man that's gonna give 100% though?
Every woman is not the same. I can't speak for every woman because some women in a relationship, I feel like in a 50-50 conversation, sometimes it can really be taken out of context because you have some relationships you can automatically see who's looking to serve their partner and who's just looking to be served. Right. Let's start there because everybody don't get into a relationship with the same perspective or with the same ideas of what they want their future to look like together. I
was getting ready to say, I feel like guys, they gotta start pimping out the independent women, start making them cut a check. Just they talking all this. See, they always talk about how much they be working, how much money they be making. Man, cut a check, man. Cut me a check.
Cut a check to who?
Cut a check
to the man.
That's the best.
For what?
So he can invest them. So he can invest.
Sometimes a man want 100% too.
But then women want equal rights. Then women want equal rights, right?
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. What Maul was saying, I'm not mad at that. I will say this: if you with the right type of guy, I do believe that he should be over your money.
You know what that sound like?
I feel like he should be over it.
Y'all are a bunch of goofies.
If you with the right type of guy, though.
A bunch of goofies.
Men are immature with money.
Jazz, don't let her do that to you, Mal. Fight back.
Men are
a bunch of goofies.
Cut that check.
Hey, Jazz, somebody said check up on you, Jazz. You all right over there?
Damn, Jazz is pondering on y'all. This is fuck.
I'm good. I'm just listening.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, but if you with the right type of guy, I do feel like he possibly might need to be over the money just so he can put it in the right places. Like I said.
Over who money? Over
wait.
The money I'm making that he want to cut up.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes, all that.
So you can go buy some
popcorn. Y'all are so goofy. It is insane.
The best way.
My head can't even register that shit. Like.
Let me ask you this: do you like dealing with money all the time and put it in the right places, or constantly focus on how you can flip it and make it larger and move it this and that place? Do you think about that all the time?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Paying attention.
But
I'm a hustler.
But yeah, I don't mind like collaborating with my man and him showing me better ways to make my money work for me or us working together to build something. But if I've been making my own money up until this point, until I meet you, and then you meet me at this big age and say, I need to be over your money.
Check.
Yeah, no, baby.
Cut that check, Jazz.
You can go to hell.
Run that money. That's
See,
what they said.
that's
Run me
why
that check.
a lot of guys are always gonna be skeptical because it's like, okay, you making your money. I don't know what you really doing with your money. Yeah, you paying bills, but are we trying to build a foundation or a goal? That's why guys usually when you starting out early on, at least you can roll through life and you be in control of things and y'all can build together. But if you meeting somebody in y'all later age, she got her money, I got my money, she doing things her way. Man, that's a recipe for disaster possibly.
But
If I don't know what's going on.
I feel like that's something like a lie y'all made up and tell yourself like, oh, you can only build with somebody before you have it, because if you meet somebody that already has it and you have it, then all of a sudden it's a liability. If you know what you want, if you know what you want and you know what you have to gain from having a partner and what you want to give to a good partner, these conversations are easy. When you meet a woman that is established, has her own thing going on, and you do too, you all can put your heads together and be collaborative and see how your money can work with each other and watch that grow. It shouldn't be, oh, you got too much.
Well, that's perfect.
That's
in that
important,
scenario,
you know,
that's
have a
perfect.
conversation.
She
Money is a touchy
financially
subject for a lot of people.
No, that if you want to contribute, that's perfect. The problem is you want me to make $1 more than you, and this is why I asked gently about the promotion. If I work more and make more money, means that you have to work less and make less money. If you work more and get more money, I just have to make $1 more than you, because if I don't, I know that she is going to end up in trouble. So why are you making
It
more
sounds like a
money?
competition, though.
No. She's saying,
That's what I was getting to.
no. So
It
Jess,
sounds
let
like
me
a
ask you something.
competition.
No. So Jess, but that's the point, right? Me having more money makes you have to worry less about money. It's a positive. It's good for the group, right? You having more money. Let's say that you earn $200,000 a year. I earn $100,000. That's $300,000 a year for a couple. That's great. Do you think you are going to treat me the same way you would treat me if I earn more than you?
If I earned more than you, would I
If you
respect?
earn, is double. I'm an I earner and you are I earner, but I'm $100,000 and you are $200,000. We get together and we join our finances, which makes us a very powerful couple when it comes to money. Do you think that dynamic works for most women, or do you think that woman is going to resent the dude even though they are I earners and they put their shit together?
It depends, because with me,
Most women.
if you make 100,000, we're gonna figure out how you can make 300,000.
You see why we are good? We already have 300,000. My money, but your money, we put it together. We have 300. Why do I have to work more?
No one says that you have to work more. You can work smarter and still make more money.
No,
and
but
have-
yes, but you see, now flip it. Okay, flip it. I earn 200. You earn 100. Do you think I'm going to treat you worse? We're going to leave to the bank together. I'm going to put you on my back, and I'll give you a piggyback ride to the bank. It doesn't work the same. Y'all want to earn more, but y'all not satisfied with earning more than men, and there's a problematic
Who's not
because
satisfied with earning more than men?
what?
Who's not satisfied? Women, you're saying?
She said, I asked her, if you make 200,000 and I make 100,000 and we put it together and it's 300, we should be happy. And instead of just saying, oh yes, we should be happy, she says, we are going to find you a way to get 200. Like, why?
There's nothing wrong with having a woman that wants to help you or the collective get to more money, because the goal
Why?
is
We
still more
already have
money,
300.
not more money for you,
No,
more money
Brett.
for the collective.
Brett, we already have 300. Why do I have to work more? Why do I have to work smarter?
Exactly. Because once we
Well, I
collab,
think
we already build an empire.
You are literally proving J points. Y'all are not doing this buddy. Let's get together. You want the man to earn more. And you know what's fucked up, Jess? I will take you to the cleaners just because you did that to me. 200, that's mine now.
I think it depends on.
I want a lawyer.
Hey, Jazz.
I think that's a man's
let me let
insecurity if
Jazz
his
finish,
woman makes
'cause-
more than him, not the other way around.
Hey, Brad, just
exactly.
cut that check, man. Just give me
Well,
the
Hey, Jazz.
nothing, baby. If we're
I
a team,
What I
but if I
wanted
make
to
more
say
money
is-
than you, I'm
Yeah,
not
hold
mad.
on.
I
Who
make more money
talking?
than
Who
you.
talking?
You're
Hold
gonna be
on.
mad.
Who
Brett?
talking? Brett?
Oh, I
Okay,
have
go
my mic
ahead,
off.
Brett.
No, I'm saying like Maul was saying, cut a check or whatever. I'm not cutting you a check because at the end of the day, I'm not upset that I make more money than you. That's the male ego that's going to be upset that I make more money than you.
Are you pushing him to make more money though?
That's what I just
because
said.
at the end of the day, if we're collective, like Fetty said, that 300,000, we good. I'm not gonna push you to make more. because at the end of the day, like I said, we're good, but that conversation needs to be had. Like, I feel like people don't have these hard conversations prior to getting with these men and these women. And then you get into situations like this where you find out the woman making more than you, and now you tight. Have that conversation ahead of time. Because we can cut a lot of wasted time out.
And that's what I was saying. Like, you need to have these conversations at the beginning. Like, if it's a couple that's okay with the woman making more than the guy, they got 300,000 as a collective, then cool. Just make sure you stay consistent and be okay with that moving forward. A lot of times you see these women, they're cool with making more. These men act like they're cool with that, and then later on in the relationship they become resentful. They get jealous. They get envious, and all of these other things.
Nah, it's usually the
And let's
traits
not
that come with
mention
y'all
the
making
reason
more
why
money.
we as women strive to make so much money, because a lot of men then turn that around and be like, oh, well, I did X, Y, and Z. I'm carrying us. Whoa, buddy, you're not carrying nothing.
I just
See,
want
look
you
at
to
that.
know
Hold on. Look at what you just did. The traits that you just exuded, that shows that you're not respecting that guy because you make more money.
No,
You're
that
not
shows that he's
carrying
not
nothing.
respecting me because he makes more money. If he has to then turn that around and throw that in my face that he's
So now
carrying
you're
us,
gonna use the money
so
in the
who doesn't
replace of
respect
being a
who in that
man.
situation?
So you're gonna use the money
Everybody
in the
got
replace
ego.
of being a man. Just
No,
because you make more, you feel like you're more the man at that point. Just because you make
Not
more
at all.
money.
I wear panties and I wear a skirt, baby. My man is going to wear the pants. However, again, my money, the amount that I make, you cannot be mad that I make more than you. Because what I'm not going to do is throw that in your face and say, oh, well, I'm carrying us. No, we're a collective.
You just
Let
did.
me
No, I
ask you
said the
this.
man would do that. I didn't say I would. I said the man would. A
Oh,
lot of
really?
men are insecure about women making more
Let me
money
ask
than
you
them.
this. Hold on. Check this
However,
out.
as
Check
a
this out.
woman, we feel like we got to.
I'm gonna give you a
Go ahead.
scenario. Let's say you make more than your husband. He make less than you, but he's very smart financially. He knows how to move money. Would you let him be in control of your money? If you making 200K, he making 100K. Would you let him be in
Yeah, we're a
control of
team.
it?
Like because everybody in a
Okay, well, you
relationship,
different.
we each have strong qualities. If money management is your strong quality, hell yeah,
Okay,
go
you
right
different
ahead.
then.
Go
You
right
different
ahead.
then.
Because that's not going to
A
take
few
away
of the
from what I'm
others didn't
making.
feel like that. So
No, mom said cut that check. Like, give me some of your money. Like, you working and you making more than me, so cut that check. That's what we had a problem with.
Cut that check.
That's when we got the baby. You go cut yourself before I ever cut a check for you.
Yeah, he want that husband support.
Yeah, but no, JB, for sure. If I'm making more than my man, but like you said, he has the qualities of great money management. Absolutely, you can control the finances when it comes to things as a collective for us. Absolutely. But again, I feel like Jazz was saying, conversation got to be had. Also, the man has to provide that platform as well.
all right, so check this out. We know majority of people are mostly average. Can you deal with the average income guy controlling your income? Most guys are average.
When you say controlling the income,
I would say
what do you
most
mean?
people. Okay, let's say you make 70, he makes 60 per year.
No.
Hold up, it has to be a cap on what he can control because he making.
Why is he controlling? And he's making a lesser amount.
Let's get together and get 130.
He's a smart guy.
I feel like at that level, if I'm making 70 and you making 60, neither one of us has obviously the capacity to control each other's money. So we need to be working together. We need to be working together to figure out how we can make more money together. I don't need to be giving you my 70 and you ain't even figured out how to make 70 yourself. You still right at 60 and you want to control my money?
Jess, do you think LeBron James' accountant is a billionaire? Do you think all these the best people with money are not millionaires?
We're not talking about millionaires.
The best people with money are not millionaires.
No, you said average people. You said average people.
We're talking
let me
about
just
average
land,
people.
right? A lot of times, the man is not that he is not financially intelligent. Is because he doesn't have the funds to actually turn that shit into something that is going to be generational. So if let me give you an example of my parents, right? My dad is a construction worker. My mother is a cleaning lady. She learned how to read and write at 40, right? They came to Portugal with nothing. My mom put the trust to my dad that he actually will turn nothing into something. And right now I'm 35, parents still alive, house bought, hundreds of thousands of dollars when they pass away are going to pass to me and to my brother. Why? Because a woman that didn't know nothing trusted the man that knew a little bit, but he didn't have the assets to actually make it. So they trusted each other, and now mission accomplished. Why is you and your man having $130,000 available to take care of business and to make sure in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, everybody's taken care of, and you are saying, nah, if you only has $60,000, it's because you don't know how to manage money. Most people that manage money are not rich. They just know how to do what
If you chose that guy, you need to let him lead.
Well, I'm going to interject here because I have something to say. Earlier, Jazz, I agree with you, what you had to say. Fatty, yeah, you know, those are your grandparents, and we definitely respect that.
That's not my grandparents, they're my parents.
Parents, we definitely respect that, but everyone has a different success of it. You know, like me and my husband, we literally, we work together. We are in a partnership. He comes in, he gives me his checks. I take the money, I invest it. He trusts me. He makes purchases for the household. I make purchases for the household. We don't have to check each other because we have that communication with how money should be spent. You
Where's
know?
the final say?
And we have that communication how money should be
Who has
spent
the final say?
amongst each other. So he
Yes,
makes
who has the
purchases,
final say?
I make purchases, and we do what's best for our family.
So it's not really a final say.
You never answered the question though.
That's most relationships.
I got it,
What
JB.
she's saying is not a final say.
There isn't really.
One person.
I'll answer the question.
Paris,
So
don't
there
move.
isn't really a final answer, right? So she don't have to come to me if she about to spend 600,000 or whatever she want to spend at the account. She can spend whatever she wants at the account. That's how we do it.
That's not what I said. That's not what I asked. No, that's not what I asked. So
hold on.
No.
Hold on, real quick. You asked who gets the final say. I'm telling you.
But that's not what I asked. Like
Okay.
you are like let me clarify it, right?
Yes.
So women control 85% of consumer spending. They only make 35%. That money is coming from men accounts, right? So they have control. The question is when you make purchase, you buy things, she buys things, everything is good. Once y'all disagree with something, because y'all going to disagree with buying something once in your life, either be a bigger TV or a new car or something, who has the final say?
I really can't relate to that situation because we haven't ran across that situation where we would argue about a disagreement on a purchase. For example, I just bought a
she wanna buy a new mattress.
My bad, JB. I'm just trying to finish answering the question if you don't mind.
Yep.
So for example, I just bought a $600 pair of Ray-Ban Metas. You know, my wife didn't really think I needed them, but I still got them. It wasn't a disagreement. It wasn't a fight, right? Because again, we work together as a partnership. For example, JB, I can email you if you want me to. I would just emailing my realtor. I just got back on a $40,000 sale on one of the properties I own. All of that money is going to go directly to my wife's account because she is going to invest it with everything, with our family, our children, our marriage, our entire family. We both do that. And sometimes, let's say if she invests into a stock or if she take away money for a stock. Recently, she sold our Tesla shares. We did that together, right? So I don't really see a situation where we would have to fight and argue because we have a healthy, very healthy.
That's dangerous.
Communication.
Dangerous, bro.
You said you brought
spend on the nails, the hair.
You said you
That's
ain't need them. You
dangerous.
ain't give a fuck. You still brought them bitches.
Hey Jay, you know what's fucked up? If you decided to sell Tesla shares at a loss, I wouldn't trust you either.
That's what I'm. Yeah, bro. That's dangerous. That's dangerous advice.
I trust my wife. I understand you guys might not have somebody that you guys trust, but it's no different than Jazz giving all her paychecks and trusting her partner. I trust my wife. She trusts me. It's just that simple. I respect y'all opinion though.
Yeah, but you made the purchase without consulting or anything, so
Yeah.
you just did it. Like
You didn't give a fuck. You just did it.
That's not what he
No, it's not
said.
that I didn't give a fuck. It's not that I said,
And
well, I
that's
don't
not
give
what
a
he
fuck,
said
wife.
either.
It's, hey, wife, I want a second pair of glasses, and this is what I want to do. Whether you disagree with it or not, she said, well, you don't really need them. Not that I disagree, not that we're fighting, not that you need them, right? I bought two different PlayStations, one digital, one not, right? I didn't need both, but I decided to do both because, again, we don't really fight about that kind of stuff. My wife owned 3 different pair of glasses. All of them are expensive. She didn't
It
need
wasn't
all
an
of them.
agreement.
it sounds like you might be bad at spending too, possibly.
Yeah, it
No,
wasn't
y'all-
no agreement.
No, we just got the money to spend.
Y'all
That's
missing
all.
a point.
I got money to
Y'all
spend
money,
too.
that's
missing
cool.
a point of what
But-
he's saying.
Y'all not listening. Because
He's
there's
not-
nothing wrong with their dynamic
No.
at all. He's saying, hey, this is a purchase. Obviously, they have the means to make the purchase, whether she thinks is necessary or not. He still let her know and communicated, I'm making this purchase. She's like, you don't need that. And he's like, well, I want to get it anyway. She's like, okay, whatever. Because she probably trusts that this purchase is not going to put us in a bad position. She just doesn't think that it's necessary.
Thank you. Exactly.
He did not include her in that purchase or didn't communicate. He would that maybe that would be dangerous if he just did it and there was no communication. But he communicated. He just decided, you know what, I'm gonna still get it, baby, and she conceded. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Is not wrong until she doesn't concede, and then we have a problem. And this is why it has to be established before the relationship starts who has the last word, even if he's the woman. Because when we disagree, somebody has to actually get it. If we are going to agree and she is going to concede or is going to concede, that's fine. You know when you know your husband and your wife? When you tell them no and they don't want to move from the yes. And now we have problems.
Well, she didn't tell him no, not to get it.
She just
but that was what
I love your relationship.
That's a dynamic that clearly works for them. It's not gonna be everybody's relationship is not the same. It seems like they have great communication.
Yes.
Like that's just their circumstances and their situation.
And
So
it's all fun and games until I want the third PlayStation, and now you don't want the PlayStation because you already have two.
Exactly.
Now, yes. Now we start.
When you have some of them weird habits in place, okay, yeah, they got money, this or that. You can move how you want to move, cool. But let's say some of those bad habits are still there. You gotta have better habits in situations where the money is not there. And the way how y'all move, it seems like there's no dynamic when the money is not there.
the whole dynamic is that they're doing what works for them. They're not saying, "Oh, I bought a PlayStation and then my wife got mad because we ain't had the money." Like clearly, they're gonna discuss what is reasonable between their. You don't know what them folks just talked about when that man bought that PlayStation. Like, what
He
the
just
hell?
said it. He literally
You
just
ain't
said
knew
it.
that conversation.
He just said it. Was you not listening? He just said it.
No, you're not listening, buddy.
Well, I never said what you said, JB, but I respect your opinion.
Did you not say that? Did you say you?
No, I never said that
me.
me and my wife had dynamics when we were poor because we would never been poor together ever.
I made an example, bro. What? So you've been rich forever?
No, I'm saying since me and my wife been together, we've been able to do anything we want, whether it's travel.
So y'all came together with money?
Pardon me, sir?
Y'all came together with money?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not the majority of America.
She has her master's degree and she's working. I have my bachelor's not working. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's not the majority of America. So I understand your dynamic or your situation.
I respect that.
They're cohesive.
That's not the average. That's not the average. I like generalities. I still like generalities. Just because you have your own situation don't mean it's gonna fit for everybody else. But the general population, they're not moving like that. And I wouldn't suggest that they do, or they don't get out a lot of situations.
You went into everybody's relationships and took a vote. You went and did a statistic chart or something.
Look at what the average American makes.
You're on the outside club. You can't even get in.
Look at what the average American makes.
You sitting here trying to say what everybody in their relationship got going on. You don't know how to generalize everybody's relationship, man.
What does the average American make though? Male or female? It's very low. It's not that high.
And
now
Jay,
you have some that are outliers, but it's still. Go ahead, Fatty.
No, and Jay, it's kind of funny because all she does is telling men out what they should do and how they should move and all of that shit, and all of a sudden the man does exactly the same. Just kind of wanna. I don't think that works. And all of a sudden she says, you can tell men what to do. You can tell them what to do. Like, what the hell is this? Like, nobody says, you know what? We should respect Paris for... No, we should respect Mal for saying, run that check.
Mm-hmm.
Do you tell him that Mal shouldn't be doing that? You tell him what to do. You actually call him... What did you call him? No, it was not corny. Goofy. You call him Goofy. Because he said, I want a woman to actually give me money. So now all of a sudden you respect other people's opinions.
That's only if they have that conversation.
You talking about me, Fatty?
Absolutely. Why can't Jay have an opinion about something and tell them, I don't think this is going to be good, when you, all of us, like all that you do is telling other people how they should move and what should be good. Like, why?
I didn't tell nobody how they should move.
Yes, you did, Mal.
What?
Didn't you call Maul a goofy because he said I want a woman with money so she can run a check?
I was talking in general to what they were saying. When he said run that check, I said no. I was talking to them in general at the comments they were making. Like,
who you calling goofy?
when they were talking at the time, I was calling all three of their asses goofy.
And that's the point. You can call men goofy for having preference, but Jay just making an assessment on a situation. You have to respect them because every relationship is different.
I don't have to respect anybody. I was just we were all having a conversation, and I didn't agree. I didn't agree with what they said. That's not having respect. I just said I wouldn't cut a check for Mal. Mal said you gotta cut that check. I said hell no, cut yourself. Like there was no disrespect in what he was saying or what I said. It was a generalized conversation. Like,
but actually, well, let her be great. You actually said that you would like to not handle like the bills and all that shit. Didn't you say that? You said that you would like a guy to come in and handle all that for you.
Yeah,
when did I say that?
You said you're tired of being a nigga. You said you're tired of being a nigga.
Boy, watching this playback about to be funny as fuck.
You said you're tired of being. You said you were tired of being a nigga.
Yes. No, I said in reference to that when we were talking about independent women. I said every independent woman doesn't always want to be independent. Like when you're forced to be head of your household as a woman, that's not saying, oh, I always want to be head of my household. I always want to be independent. Like women do take pride in being able to be independent. And if we have to be, we most definitely will be.
Right.
I'm just saying in general.
Well, hold on. Can I ask this? How are you forced to be independent? I'm hearing this. How are you forced to be independent?
Red pillow crib.
Red pill crib.
Oh, red
Appreciate
pill
you coming
crib.
in,
I'm
man.
sorry,
Appreciate you coming in.
It's all good.
Name.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Can I answer
But,
that?
yeah.
I think specifically, Black women were forced into independence. Well, for one, we were kind of raised both by our mothers and our fathers telling us, grandmothers, get your own money, get your education, have your own. Don't rely on anyone else, right? And then on top of that, because our community, there's a lack of marriages when we're at the same age. We're not getting out of high school getting married to each other right away. So we really don't have like the opportunity to be a wife and to be taken care of at a young age. We go into the workforce and start providing for ourselves before we do anything else, before we even
chose
experience
that?
Someone.
Y'all wanted that though, right?
What do you mean? Who are you
Y'all
talking
want to
about?
have? You wanted to have more, freedom, go out there and work, kind of move like a guy.
No, we just wanted basic human rights like men have, meaning like when men are able to go to work and make money and have a bank account, women should be able to do the same thing.
Right,
Men
and you
are
have it,
able to
and now
go
you.
and vote. Men are
But made everything
But see, this is the problem though. You want it, but you don't want the responsibility that comes with it. When a man takes on something that says, "Okay, let me go out here and let me become financially independent. Let me go ahead and let me out earn everybody around me. I'm going to take care of what's around me." Y'all want to out earn and take care of. Y'all want to out earn and make all this money, but y'all don't want to take care of nothing but you and your baby.
Who said that?
Yeah, what?
That's how women. No. That's it. So okay, all right. Hold on. Okay. Maybe y'all didn't say it, but let me ask you this: will you take care of your man?
Yes.
You'll take care of your man for how? Yeah, everybody in here will take care of their man with their education.
You
have
to explain what you mean when you say take care of your man, because there's a difference.
I'm talking about financially.
You have women who just are letting them sit at home.
Damn, bro.
Hold on. You have some women that would prefer for their man to sit at home and take care of them. That's a different group of women. But then you have women who don't mind working with their partner. Like I said, you will see who is in a relationship trying to be of service to their partner and who's just trying to be served. Like every woman doesn't think the same way when it comes to a relationship. Independent women, like I said, don't just want to sit here and be independent our whole life. We just want a partner who we can work with.
A lot of y'all self-sabotage. A lot of y'all self-sabotage your own relationships.
So do men. That's vice versa.
It's like women don't always the fuck up in our relationship.
No man is out here trying to be great. Talking about I'm providing for my kids and me. Women are doing that. No woman is doing that. A man is
Red pill, you're moving the conversation too quick. A man won't sabotage his relationship because of financial problems. Respectfully, if you lose your job, I'm not sabotaging my relationship. If I
Exactly.
earn more than you, I'm not leaving. If you earn more than me, I'm not leaving. If you get promoted, I'm not leaving. If I get we're
All
talking
men
about
don't think
finances.
like that.
Woman will
Yeah.
sabotage a healthy relationship because her imaginary number is not being met, even though everything is good, even though the guys are
All
hard working.
men do not
Jazz,
think like that.
Jazz, you literally said it.
Most
If I was
Hold
stop,
on, Red. Hold
stop,
on,
please.
Red.
You are on the
Let me let
talking.
everybody get one mic.
If you literally said, Jess, if you were earning 200,000 and I was earning 100,000, you would find a way for me to work smarter, for me to have more money. What if I don't get more money? What if we stay on the 300,000? You are going to grow resentful of me, and this is what we're talking. But no, oh, Jess, just 1 second, Jess. It's a question for you. If you earn 200 and I earn 100 and everything is good because we are high earners, we're doing pretty well, would you leave me or resent me if I stood on the 100 and you still did 300, 320, 300? Would you resent me? Would you stay with me?
I would already have an understanding before I get in a relationship whether you wanted to make more money.
Too late. Too late.
Even if you make it 100 though,
too late. Too late. Jay and Fatty was trying to make it on
if
YouTube. Hey, let me give you a
feel
close.
like you only want to make $100,000 and I'm okay with that, then it's fine. But
No,
if I'm
But
in a
if you-
situation where it's not fine, then it's not going to be fine.
but look
Jazz,
how crazy
let
that
me
is.
give you-
100, you still at the top 15%. My bad,
Yes.
Fatty. Go ahead.
No,
That's
Jay.
cool.
Jay,
But if
what
we
Jay?
are both ambitious and we don't want to be stagnant, and there are ways that we can make more, and he's open to making more than 100, I'm going to work with him to do so.
But that's what we're talking about, sabotaging relationship. Jay is 100% right. Think about it, Jess. We are the 1%. $300,000 on a household. We're doing awesome, right?
Doing
We're
amazing.
doing good. If I was earning 200 and you were earning 100, I would never hold that shit against you. You could actually go jobless, and I will still walk with you.
You can reduce it.
You're right. So
As a man, that's a natural response.
Now that's fine. Let me just ask you a question, right? Jay is trying to make it on YouTube. Jay comes across, becomes a big YouTuber. Now he gets 100,000, right? You married him, and you were like, "Damn, Jay had the dog in him to get to 100. I thought he was going to get to 200 and 300 and 400." But Jay says, "You know what? I am comfortable. The mortgage kind of paid. The kid, like, what happens if he stays on 100 and you are getting 200? Please tell me. What happens?
What I'm saying is
Got a good
this.
point.
What I'm saying is this: if that is Jay's cap, and I am the woman that he's with, and I'm okay with that, then it's okay.
I'm talking about you. What would you just do?
I would encourage him to
cut that
try
check
for more.
And what if
Cut
he
that
doesn't?
check.
I'm happy at
And what
100,
if he
Jazz.
doesn't?
I'm happy at 100.
And what if he doesn't? This man is
Why?
100. What if he doesn't, Jess? What happens?
I would already know. We wouldn't even be in a relationship.
Jess, you're leaving him. Just say,
See,
Jess.
there you
Just
go.
No, I wouldn't even
Jess,
be
you're
in a
leaving.
relationship with someone
Shout out to
who
Fatty,
feels
man.
like I'm gonna reach just 100K and not have any other ambitions
So
to
what?
Damn,
invest,
you want us?
or
Jess,
make more,
it's
or
fine.
or be able to build more wealth for our family.
Hey, Jess, it's
Damn,
fine.
hold on.
The thing is, let me just say this and then you guys got. I'll be quiet, right?
All right.
Most women will never be on a Rihanna ASAP Rocky relationship.
Right.
Think about it. That woman has $1 billion. That man has 15 million, and the money keep pouring.
That works for them.
Now, 1 second, Jazz. I'm saying most women, including you, they don't respect the man that earns way less than them. Like it's like an ego thing. I want the man to get.
Well, no.
How is that? No, you said it.
I didn't say I wouldn't. What I'm saying is I'm a very ambitious person. So it's like if we could get to 100,000, let's see what we can do to get to 200. If we can get to 200, let's see what we can do to get to 3.
But that's the thing about
it.
Now, if we get to a certain threshold and we're like, you know what, we can.
What is the threshold? Give me a number. Damn God.
You're never gonna be satisfied.
I don't know.
Jazz, what is the threshold then?
What I'm saying is this: if we have ambitions to build wealth for our family, right? And if we have the capability to invest more to make our money work for us, where we can reach higher than 100K,
What is the
and
goal?
he's
Yeah,
with
what is
that,
the goal?
and he's okay with that, I don't see why
Jazz,
there's
what
anything
is the
wrong.
goal? Give me a goal.
I
You
don't
have
know.
to,
Whatever number
you don't know. That's the point. You don't know.
Whatever
Hey,
number we land
Fatty,
on.
Well, hold on,
Fatty,
but think about it.
Fatty,
That
more.
Let's say it's
Hey,
half
Fatty,
a
more.
million. Let's say if
It's
it's
more.
but think about it. That means you
If
will
it's
never be
Just more.
satisfied.
500,000, there's
It's
Can
just
nothing
you
more.
wrong.
can you
The
rock out with the guy when
answer
he
is
don't have the most though, and hold
You
him
said
down?
what?
The guy you pick, can you rock with him even if he ain't making the most?
If he's not making more than me, can I rock with him?
Yeah, if you choose him, if he's a good guy, morally trying to run the family correctly in the right position, can you still hold him down?
It
Because you're
depends.
never
I've
gonna
never
be
experienced
satisfied.
it.
We
That
usually
Hold
goes
him
back to the
down.
50-50.
you're never gonna be
Jazz, he gave you
satisfied.
Hold him
everything.
That
down.
goes back to
Hold
the
him
Jazz, he
down.
50-50.
gave you
Yes, while he's
everything. He's a
working,
good,
grinding. Let's say he's not a let's say he's not an extreme accelerator, but he still does have a vision, but he just can't move as fast to your pace. Can you
So
still hold him
it's
down
not
if
about
he's a good
moving.
guy?
It's not about moving to my pace.
Because
If he is enterprising, right? This is a man that will never be broke. An enterprising man will be able to make a way out of no way.
what you think that
If he is always striving for better, never complacent, that's a man that I can trust. If he
Right.
knows that, hey, I'm not okay with making $60,000 forever, and
what's
my
funny?
girl making 100,000 forever. The
You know
type
what's
of man
funny?
that I'm with wouldn't be okay with that for
A
himself.
lot of them guys though, let's say you do meet a guy, he's making that type of money, or he's like a high, just highly driven person. They usually probably don't want their woman to be the same. They don't usually want to date themselves.
Exactly
They
what I
want
was going to
their
say,
woman to be
Jay.
opposite. So you overly driven about trying to push him. He
Right.
don't want you in that position. He wants you to just be his feminine side.
But if
Next
you
to
met
him.
me and I already have 200K and you only have 60,
Cut me that check then.
Yeah,
Tell him
no.
again.
absolutely not.
Tell him again.
Absolutely not.
Hey, so
But that's
let me
my thing. But that's my thing. Like we're I think we're missing it because it's
No,
not
we're
about
not.
am I going to leave you if you don't make more. It's are you what are your ambitions? Are you just like
well,
I just don't want to do anything else and
it's
I'd rather just rely on your income
But
to supplement it.
it's
Jack, he was a $30,000 brother. He worked his
That's
way up to
poverty.
100. But hold on,
That's
watch
poverty.
this. Hold on, okay. He was in poverty. He worked his way up to 100. He's good now. Now he met you. Now you making 200. Now you trying to push where he at. He's happy. Why are you
So
trying to make him make more than that? And y'all in
and so
love. Y'all
here's the
good.
thing. And here's the thing, like you said, he
I'll
was
be
at
right back.
30. He was
yeah.
at 30,
All
he
right, Mom.
made 100. He met
Yeah,
me with his 100. I have 2. We have the
yeah.
conversation. What are your ambitions? What are you looking for? What are your goals? Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm just good being where I'm at. Cool. You may not be the guy for me.
Hey,
And I
Jazz,
think that's
Okay.
okay.
But you
you
know
know
what?
the, you know,
That's your
Yeah,
preference.
but that's
I
your
think
loss though.
That's
majority of women are gonna lose
or
out on
it's
the
my
guy
game.
because of that
Or it's
mentality,
my
kind of.
yes.
game.
No,
Or
it's
it's
Hey,
not.
my
Jay,
game.
I think a
No, it's
lot of
you
not.
them
know,
lose.
Just
what
like I
she's
met a
asking?
man, just
Hey,
like I
Jazz,
can meet
think.
a man that has 100,000, I can meet a man with
No,
200.
Jazz, think
No, you
about it,
can't.
right? You are
That's just
asking for a
greed.
man
Yeah, I
that wants.
can.
Hey, Jazz, you are asking for a man that has the I call it the glutton gene, right? He
No,
always wants more. He always
More,
no.
even if
more,
he's
more,
full, he
more.
always wants more. You know what
Yeah.
he's actually want to go to do when he gets better? Since you are pushing him to be better, 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 better. Damn, I'm 45. I need a better looking wife.
Exactly.
I need
Uh-oh.
No.
the same way I needed a better look,
Exactly.
a bigger house, a better car, some better
Right.
trips. I need a better
That's
looking
not
22 Betty
y'all are
because this woman
missing
is
it.
getting old. You
Y'all
are,
are
Then you can
missing
find
it.
somebody that
I
appreciate him
just
with
said
that
if I was
100K.
the type of woman to be
huh?
okay, like listen, if it's 300K and I'm making the 200 and we're
Yep.
relying on majority of my income, if I'm okay with that dynamic, then it's fine. If there's
So,
another couple out
What?
there okay with that,
Why are
then
you
it's
not
fine.
well,
okay? No, why
But
are you not
oh,
okay? Why are
that
because
you
don't
not
even make
okay?
sense.
because I feel that as a partnership we can do better to create
No,
more wealth for
Jazz,
You
both
please
of
gonna
us.
don't.
run that man
So
But
away?
you're not
hold on.
trying to build with him. You just
Jazz,
already
you
Yes,
are
I
pushing him
you
to
are
the
did. I just
Jazz,
side.
said.
you,
You're
no
I
pushing
Jazz,
him
just
you
to
are
the
Jazz, you are
side.
a singer,
I
right?
just
You are
said,
a singer.
Z, that if he is open to making more, we're going to collaborate together and work together so that he can make, if he
So
wants to,
Well,
if
Jack,
Jazz,
that's what he
I get
wants,
what
if
you're
he
saying on
has
your
ambitions.
side.
I'm never going to abandon my man. If he is an ambitious man and is smart with money and he's at the 100K threshold and he wants more for himself, I'm going to help him do that. right?
Men
I'm
run
going to help
themselves
him
to
do
the
that.
ground
But I don't
exactly
know.
because of this
I'm not
mentality.
Hold
the
on.
type.
And she
I'm
doesn't
not.
want
Let
to
me.
be with the man who's just not gonna do more.
All right, push time
Like,
pause. Everybody hold their thought real quick. I want to give a shout out to some of the super chats. Hey, ladies, cut that motherfucking check. T.O.
Hell yeah.
We
God
also
bless my
got
2024.
Simp God. We got a lot of money. Was this before or after the arrest for shoplifting? Huh. I don't know what that's about. Black Don.
I don't know
All right.
either.
Is that for y'all or something?
Nah, that's
I
for
don't
me.
know, man.
I was caught stealing. That's my
Oh
fault.
shit. I
Yeah, that's a
But
fact.
I'm a changed man
Black
now.
Don.
I learned my lesson.
Fatty, if he makes less money, are you leaving him jazz? Charlie Brown school teacher noise. The
Wrong
womp
point.
womp. All right, y'all go ahead and continue that,
But
and we'll
that's what.
close it
But
out.
okay,
Oh,
let
snap.
me clear something up before I even get before I'm even in a serious relationship with someone. We're gonna have these conversations about finances. If he's making drastically lower than what I am making, that relationship is not gonna work for me.
So
And
Jazz,
that's
Why?
and that's
that's
well. Let me
fine.
finish,
So
Fatty. You so ready to cut me off. So what I'm saying is that I'm gonna before I even get into a relationship, before I say I'm gonna leave you if you don't, I'm already gonna have an understanding of how you work, what your goals are, what your ambitions are. If that works for me and we can work together and I'm okay with that, then cool. If I'm not, that's also okay. I can find a man
No, you can't.
that is near or at my level or above it, and we
No,
can
you
still
can't.
collaborate and create wealth together. But
Okay, I
No,
hear
I'm
you
you now. I hear
can't.
you now.
I'm
I hear
def-
you now. I hear you
That's a
now.
lie,
Yeah.
though.
She's
That's a
speaking. No, it's
lie.
not. That's
so
her
this is
Yes, it
why
standard. She's
no,
is.
no,
setting her
that's her
standard.
standard.
She's setting her
It's
standards.
fine. It's fine for her to have a
It
standard. This
doesn't.
is where the problem is,
that's
right,
not a
Jazz? Listen,
lie.
hold
That's
on,
no,
not
hold
It's
a
Jazz.
a
on.
lie.
Go
lie
ahead, Fatty. Go
How
ahead,
you gonna
Oh,
tell
there's
Fatty.
a
me
lie.
that's a lie?
Y'all,
I'm
hold
living
on.
this shit.
Fatty, go
because
ahead.
Oh, let Red. I think Red Crew was about to
No,
say one
let
let
me
me
thing.
let
say
me
what
let
I
me
want.
say why it's a lie. Because men that you looking for ain't looking for you. It's a whole different dynamic.
How you gonna
You
tell
think
me?
because a man that where he at and he happy, he not looking for no woman to push him out his happiness to make him be like, no, I want more. I need to get more. Man, I'm
That,
cool. I already, like I said, the reason I told
What?
you 30,000 to 100,000 is because that is his like I made it. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I don't need no woman around me telling me that, oh, you need to
So
push for
stay
more because
single.
I
So
hold on,
stay
hold on. Let me
single.
okay, but what I'm telling you is what you talking about is gonna have you right where we at in this conversation in 15 years. Talking the
No, it's not.
same thing.
Who's to say that
Red
I'm
pill
not
is wrong.
already?
I got you, Jess. Red pill is
So,
wrong
cause who's
because
to say
men
yeah?
are comfortable single and they ruin and they literally throw the shit to the garbage to build a family. They know they ended the game and they're already settled by themselves and they decide to put some kids on a woman and live together and they know that life is going to drastically be worse. They have to work more. They'll be more
What?
stressed out. They need
No,
Well,
y'all just have
like
these weird
I'm gonna be
ass
honest.
views.
They're
let
gonna
me
flip
finish.
this whole
Let,
damn
let me
conversation.
finish.
For the,
Man will choose
Nah,
woman that makes their life difficult all the time. That's
no,
what
they
we do.
will. They
Yeah,
will. You
no,
right.
I
Let
don't
You right
believe
me
about
that.
that. You right about
let me
that.
finish.
But
Let me finish, please. Let me finish. I didn't stop talking. What I'm saying, Jazz, is we're not trying to change your standards, but see how dangerous it is, right? I know you are a singer. I get with you. We are both getting the same money, 100,000. You skyrocket because our careers are volatile. As a YouTuber, as a singer, one day you are on the bottom, the other day you are balling, right? Now you're getting 500K, 400K. My days are numbers because
No, that,
that's facts.
so
It's
you said
number.
Jess,
Yeah.
you
You
said it.
you
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 put
did
said
money
say
as a
that, Jazz.
stipulation.
you
You
said
did
it. You
say
put
that,
the
Jazz.
money
no,
on.
I
So
That's real.
didn't. No, I did
Yeah.
not. I
Oh
did
no,
not
no,
say
no.
Jess,
that.
You said if you
what
still
that
yeah,
got
you
means?
did.
That's
ambition.
not
No,
it.
she said if you
Hey,
still have
Jazz
ambition.
did not
no, no, no,
say
no.
that.
There's
Yeah.
no need.
No,
There's
she
no need
My
for
bad.
you.
Yeah.
Yes. We need to be
I'm not trying to
realistic
change your
about it, right?
words.
We need to be realistic about the motivational speeches for most people don't work. You are going to be a $70,000 person, and you are going to end up in 10 years with 90,000. We're not going to just exponentially grow, right?
Yeah,
If
that is
you
true.
blow up in your career, Jess, and be honest with me, how many years can you take of me getting 100,000 while you exponentially getting more and more because your career path actually took you there? And when I met you, we didn't have nothing. Like,
So,
what
like
happened?
I said, if I met a man, like my man now makes well over 100, right?
Yes.
I don't make that much,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
I don't make that much. But if my career catapults
Hmm.
and I surpass what he's making, because I already know the type of man he is, his hundred something that he's making right now is not even enough for him, right? So I'm already with a person that is highly ambitious. Has high ambitions and wants more for not only himself but for his future family. So even if my future catapults and I'm starting to make all this make more money than him, he already is working his play to reach whatever goal and higher money status that he's going.
And what if he doesn't get it? That's the question. What if,
Are
like,
you gonna lose attraction?
No, that's not true. That's not true because
plans for war are
I'm
made
already
in
with
time.
somebody that is enterprising. And
No, Jess, can you stop doing that, Jess? Respect, Jess. Come on, Jess. We have to be realistic.
You're not,
no.
What am I doing? You're the one that
No,
keeps
it's
setting
because
me
you
up
are
and
not being
misquoting
Jess.
my
No,
words.
Jess.
Because y'all trying to say like,
Jess, can you
as soon
stop
as
for
I
a
make
second?
more than him.
No, Jess. Listen to me, right?
I'm not gonna stop.
No. I'm saying I'm trying to get you actually to see what I'm saying, right? If I get with a woman and we are both healthy and look good, and I am now 45 and she's 45 and she looks like a 45-year-old woman, and Jay asked me, "Hey, Fetty, what would you do if your woman would be looking like Lizzo by the time you are 45?" I'm not going to say, "I'm going to pay for the gym. I'm going to say you are going to have a BBL and surgery," because I will never get with a woman that will get like that. I will say to Jay, I'll probably push it for 6 months, a year. If she doesn't show nothing, I'll leave her. Because that's not the Lizzo. Okay, you can't be ballooning to 200 and something pounds and think you're going to keep your job. I'm being honest. What you're doing is you're bypassing the action and you are saying, "I will never get with a woman that will balloon to 200 pounds. You never know. Most of us get married and says, "I will never be divorced."
Well, all I know is that the person that I'm with right now, regardless if I end up making more money than him because of extremely high paying music career, right? That still would be the man for me because I know his ambitions are just as high. Because I already know that him staying at 100K is not going to be, even if he never reaches millionaire status, still would be my man.
That's for your situation.
Would be my man. I would not leave him just because the career that I chose just pays me way more than what he has going on right now. That's not his fault.
But that's going to be unique.
If I meet somebody that already makes drastically less than I do right now, right? I don't have to be in relationship with him. I'm already in a relationship with somebody that makes more than me. If I end up making more than him, millionaire status, I'm not going to leave him.
All right, real quick.
He isn't making millions.
That's going to be unique to your situation. I think ultimately women should kind of get away from that mentality of constantly wanting to push their guy to improve. You need to find a guy with the mentality already.
Right.
You need to find a guy with the mentality already. Because if you coming into it already trying to put certain stipulations on him, it's not going to progress right.
I'm not.
He needs to already have that mentality.
Stipulations. There are no stipulations. I'm not saying
find better.
It is a stipulation. Because if he thinks he's gonna lose you, that becomes a stipulation.
He'll never think that.
You gotta understand.
He'll never think that.
You just said it. You just said it.
No, I did not. I just said that if the man that I'm with right now is with me, if I ever made millions of dollars, I'm not leaving this man.
Hey, Jess,
a large majority of females are going to be very average, though. They're not going to be making over 100 grand. Majority of the females don't even make that. They make like 50, 40,000. Majority of females make about 30, 40,000.
That's not what we're talking about, though.
What I'm saying is that mentality is still going to be dangerous when these chicks ain't even making that much money. Still trying to put stipulations on guys who going to be making more money.
There are no stipulations. Y'all are missing it.
Yes. Can you use my example? Yes. Can you use my example? If I communicated in front of all of y'all that if my 45-year-old wife balloons to 200 and something pounds, that my woman will never be fat, but if he was, I will do mechanisms for her to go back in shape and all over again. And you ask me, Fatty, are you leaving her if she stays fat? What do you think most people on this conversation will assume? Yes, I will leave her if she stays fat.
And that's your prerogative.
So that's the same thing with you. You are saying, you are saying without saying it, that you trust and believe that this man is possible of following the same path as you did and keep going upwards. But in case that he doesn't, motherfucker done, because he's not improving the same rate that you are improving. And you know how I can prove that? You know how I can prove that?
She didn't say that. I never said that.
No, let me.
No.
That's the point is implied. No, is implied. There's something called implied. You don't have to say.
Y'all
Jay,
about to make her crash out.
Jay, can you hear me? Can y'all hear
I
me?
can hear you. Yeah, I can
We
hear
hear
you.
you, Jazz.
Y'all keep misconstruing my words. Y'all trying to
Oh,
build
let
this
her be
up. It's
great.
like if he don't make this type of money, I'm just gonna
Yeah, like she's
beat
not
him.
saying
I'm not
that at
saying that.
He
all.
wants
I
to
feel
work.
like
Long as he
are
has
y'all
ambition, she wants to
listening
grow
to the
with him.
conversation?
So
Like
answer it.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Say
hold
it
on.
again,
How did
Z.
you
Say it again
interpret
one
it?
more time, Z. Cause
No,
Long
so
as he has
Hold
ambition
on.
and he
Her
still wants
homegirl.
to grow and not stay in that same spot, she
what if
will
he
work with
can?
him.
Okay, so what if he can?
What if
That's the
he's okay
question.
Long
with
as
being
he
in the spot he's
wants
at?
to. He
No,
doesn't
no.
want to
Hey,
stay in that
Z,
position.
Z,
He
respectfully.
still has to
A lot,
have that
please.
mindset.
No, that's not the
My
see. That's not the point.
That's what
Please,
she's
let's clear the
saying.
room a little bit. If I am having sex with my girlfriend 10 times a week,
what are you
right?
talking
No,
about?
You about to make an
don't.
anecdotal.
I'm trying to clear it out
I
so
mean,
you
not
guys
an
can
anecdotal.
Hurry up,
understand,
Fatty.
right?
Go ahead. Clear
One
it up.
sec. Like I'm trying to clear it out so you guys can understand what we're talking about.
All
If
ears.
if I got with a woman because my libido was high and her libido was high, right? And because we got older, she got kids, menopause, whatever. Her libido went a little bit down, right? I could come in and says, I would never be with a woman that only fucks me once a week. But then shit happens all the time. We
Yeah.
get into situations with people that we think are good to us, and we change in directions that for a lot of times we don't see eye to eye anymore. So if Jay asked me, hey Fatty, if your woman only fucks you once a week, what would you do? I can say, I can say this. I will never
That's
marry a woman.
different.
Let me
That's
I think.
finish
Oh,
this.
different.
Let me
I think.
finish.
That was a
That
different.
shit's
Yeah.
dead. That
Let him
whole
land.
that whole
Let him
sentence
land
is
his
dead.
plane. Let him
This is
land the
the thing.
plane.
You are
Let him
not
land the
listening.
plane.
What?
Like you are not
Let him
listening.
finish.
Crash that bitch.
You are not listening. I can answer these two things. I can answer these. I will never be with a woman that will fuck me once a week because I would choose a woman that fucks me more.
Okay.
And
And she would never
the
be
next,
with a
well,
man that only wants to make
you
100K.
are not listening. The follow up question that Jay has to ask me is, Patty, what if she doesn't fuck you more than once a week? What do? That's reality. I'm going for the most optimistic position where
Yeah.
this
The
woman is
same
going.
thing
He trying to.
she's doing.
He's
She
trying to
does not want
explain
to be with a man
if
that
he
that
doesn't
wants
want to
to
get
stay
over
in one pay
100K.
rate.
Kali,
Exactly.
Z
Just
is
But
like
the
she's
he
putting
doesn't
too
want a
much
bitch that's
on the.
gonna fuck one time a day.
She's
Z. That's
putting
not
too
the
much
point.
on the
Z
financial standard. She putting
is
too
on
much on the
is the
financial.
same.
You're never gonna be happy. It's
And
never
you
gonna be
putting too
enough.
much on the
You're
pussy.
always gonna want more. I'm not
No,
Z,
putting.
but
What am I
but
putting
that's
on the pussy?
no.
No,
See, that's
that's
the
not.
difference.
That's not
That's the
true.
that's
difference. The pussy is there. The
Fuck.
pussy is there. Like this is not like if I'm making 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 and then I break my leg or something happen and I can't make that, the
That's a
pussy is there.
different circumstance.
No,
That's a
the pussy
whole
is
That's
there
different
a
though.
whole
Hold
different
on.
We
circumstance.
No,
redirecting.
no. The
We
pussy never
redirecting.
disappears. I can make look. I can go through life and something happened and my finances is not there. The vagina is always there. It's always there. Your vagina
How we
is
get to
always
pussy
on
anyway?
limit.
right.
All
We're
Huh?
not talking about
Where
that. We're
pussy come
talking
You
from?
about
We
just
talking
said
about
it.
money and finances. We didn't
But
say that shit. Fatty said that shit.
you just
No.
said. What did you just say?
No,
What did
I
you
was
just
repeating what
say?
he said. I'm talking
Okay,
about
well I'm
finances.
repeating what you
right.
said.
She does
is
The
not
because
like.
conversation
y'all don't
it's
listen.
not the conversation is getting
Yeah,
redirected
but
in multiple
Yes, we're
places.
talking about
Yes.
Ultimately, it was about
50-50.
it was supposed to be
That's
on
what we was on.
50-50. That's what the topic was about.
okay.
And it drove into Jazz's
Pussy.
situation on what she
Yeah, your
wants.
vagina.
yeah.
Like
Anybody got
what?
any
If I
last
ever
last thoughts on 50-50?
Cut that
Jazz,
Yes,
you can
check,
go ahead and
man.
The
finish because you
relationship is
talking.
not always going to be 50-50. We need to be prepared for everything, anything to happen, no
It's
matter
never
what
yeah.
the
gonna be
circumstances
50-50.
is.
I just want to say
And
this. Hey fellas, go ahead and watch how the divorce rate skyrockets when a woman gets a promotion and the man doesn't.
Thanks.
If
I'm
you
gonna
believe this woman, go ahead and go look when a woman gets a promotion and he becomes the main
Breadwinner.
provider.
But
okay,
Go
that
ahead.
woman gets a promotion,
You
then
see
that man
why
lose
you keep
sight of
talking?
his focus.
No,
Why he
ladies,
feel
Yep.
that's when
ladies,
ego
Exactly.
comes into
G,
play.
that's not the point. A
bro,
man
they
can be
Oh my
promoted 1,000
god.
times and the divorce
No,
Hey,
rate
the men
is
be getting mad that the women be making more money.
I just
who
no.
want y'all to
Hold
cut
said
on.
that
It's
that?
check.
ego. It's
You get
ego
mad
nobody
when
driven.
you
said
get
that.
more money. That's not us.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Hey,
You
god.
get
JB,
Hey,
caught
I'm
by
gonna
stress.
you said it.
I'm going to interject in. I want to say thank you guys for inviting me. I really enjoy myself. I do have my
All right.
final thoughts. I am 8.5 months pregnant, so I definitely have to go lay down.
Oh yeah, definitely get the rest.
Congratulations.
Do your thing, baby. Do your
Yeah.
thing,
So
baby.
what I will say, I will leave you guys with this. Marriage is about balance, and once
Right.
men understand balance in regards to conversation with men and women, I think they'll get the desired outcomes that they want, which is usually
That's great.
marriage. I understand that
Go
marriage
pop the
is
baby. Yeah,
vital
don't
to
even worry
bringing
about it.
back
Hold on, Red
balance
Pill.
to the
Hold on,
Black
Red Pill.
community, which
My
is very
bad.
important. So this is why me and my husband have it in our relationship, and why Anton Daniels and his wife has it in their relationship. So I just want to leave you guys with that. I'll come back at any time, but thank you guys
Well,
so
thank
much.
you so much for
You guys have a good
coming. We
night, and I'm gonna
enjoyed
go do
y'all.
hair.
And
Those aren't the only.
good
Those are the
night.
congratulations,
great
but those
night.
aren't the only examples though. There are more guys out there successful.
Well, I
living
That
just
is
that.
wanted
true.
to,
I
I
agree.
just wanted to say
Hey,
it's
thank you for
not.
coming though.
Good
Thank you for
night.
coming.
You too,
Good night.
JB.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Take care. Later.
I think people need to do what works best for them. And a lot of times, if you're having these real conversations before you're entering a relationship, you can avoid all of these things. You know what I'm saying? I think it's best to like look for good character in a partner and see what their personal ambitions are and see if that will work for you and your dynamic. But also understand that just because, and I say that to say, if that person wants to make more, he'll be open to doing it. If he's okay with being stagnant, that's okay too. But if that type of stagnation doesn't work for you, you don't have to deal with that. You know?
Yeah.
And so all I'm saying is if my person were to fall on hard times, I'm not gonna leave him because life is happening. If I end up making millions of dollars because of whatever situation, I'm not gonna leave him because he's not making millions. He's still going to be working his ambitions. He's going to be, as long as he's becoming the best version of himself and he's happy with himself and striving and continue to reach his goals, that'll make me happy, regardless if I'm making more money than him or not.
Why
It's
not
when he
cut that
becomes
check though?
it's
Funny
when
as
he
fuck, bro.
Mom, you
becomes stagnant.
Oh shit.
It's when he becomes stagnant and complacent and just kind of like lazy is when I'll probably get a little irritated.
Exactly. He loses
I
all that
think
ambition.
for sure. But you should already know that whether he's making like 100,000 or not. Like if you meet the guy early on, he's probably not gonna be making 100,000 off the rip. Are you willing to grow with somebody who's not
Well,
at
that's
that
what
level
I'm saying.
yet?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Jay. I don't have these experiences of men making $30,000, $40,000 when I meet them. I'm not a super.
Kind of lagged out a little bit.
Imagine calling
Lagged
a
up
man
a little bit.
lazy and stagnant that is earning $100,000 plus.
That's crazy. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
how
you already in the
Hey,
top 15% at
it's
that
okay
point.
to be stagnant
hey,
if you are a successful person. You shouldn't be gaining muscle. You shouldn't be becoming taller. You
It's
shouldn't be like it's okay to stagnate into a position where you're comfortable and you are on the top of the line. You shouldn't ask for the moon when you already got motherfucking Earth. I don't
hey,
get that.
hey, Jay, can I ask her? Let me ask her a real quick question. Did she leave? Where Jax at? Jax,
I
can you?
think I think she coming back in. We
Hey,
about to get
hey,
ready to
Jax.
close it out. So
Hey, hey, Jax. The last person you dated, how much did they make weekly? Like, if you saw a check stub, how much was it? Or bi-weekly, one of them.
are you muted? Can't hear you.
Yeah, unmute.
Nah, your mic not
You're still
working.
muted.
No, you was muted.
Okay.
It's not our ears, it's your mic.
All right.
Where'd she go? Yeah, look. You know
Coming
why
right
she
back. She coming
folded?
right back.
Hold on, Jay. Let me tell you what. Okay, all right, never mind. Let me let her answer before I say this,
Hey,
because I'm
let me read
about to
like
get her. I'm about to get on
let me
her
read
ass. I
like
ain't gonna lie.
3 super
I
chats real quick. The man you looking for ain't looking for you, bro. Just follow Fatty's lead. Black Don, $5. I appreciate that. Black Don, red pill, go to bed. I can see you fading out. That's coming for
Man,
you.
I always get that, man. Leave me alone, cuz I'm up, cuz I'm up.
Yo, Black Don again, bro. We definitely appreciate you, Black Don, for sure. I'm 8 months pregnant. Damn, simp guy. You made another baby mama. I thought also was bad. Oh, that must be a personal shot.
This is
All
so.
right, we're gonna let Jazz roll in, and then we're gonna probably
Can
end
y'all
this
see
out in
me?
a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Shout
back.
out Black Don.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
hold on. Let me go back. All right, how much your boy make a week? When you seen a check, how much was it?
I wasn't looking at his checks, but he made over 95,000. The last person that I was dating, the person
Man,
that I'm dating now makes over 100K.
how do you know?
How do I know?
Yes.
Because I've seen portfolios.
Portfolio, ain't no checking, no You see this shit? Y'all just be believing any fucking thing. Listen,
I
How
don't
much
date
is the
liars.
weekly
I
check?
don't date liars, and I don't date men who lie about their finances. I have a
There you
man that
go.
has a real career that that pays him very,
This is
very
such
well.
that.
He has stacked. It's no cap. What do I need to cap to you for? Just because you
Because and
don't
you
know
ain't
me
capping
and
to
you
me, you
lying.
capping to the world. You think all these niggas don't? You think niggas believe what you be talking about? Y'all be just
Y'all don't
talking.
have to believe anything.
Well, I mean,
I'm living my
But
truth.
yeah,
oh,
she saw a pay
what is your
stub.
truth? You see my truth? Do you know my truth equals this is not the truth for real because this is mine? That is the
What?
definition of my truth. The
But you're trying
definition
to
of
say
my
that I'm capping. What am I capping
you
about?
you capping because you act like you know how much somebody make. Have you? What's the check stub at?
What? Why does it? Just because
What you mean? Why?
I don't have to show you a check stub
You
to know
don't
that
know.
my.
You ain't seen it.
That's irrelevant. That's an
That's
irrelevant
irrelevant
conversation.
though.
No,
It's
it's
like
not
what the hell?
irrelevant. It's
Like,
50-50.
yo,
I
fatty.
mean,
No. It's relevant
Antonio.
because women say I date millionaires. I date
I never
100,000.
said
I
that.
date men. Hold on. I date men that make $100,000 a year. How do you know? How do you
Because
know?
I know
wait, what?
I know because from what I see, and like I said, I've seen my man's portfolio. I know what he's working with, and I don't date liars. I don't date a lying ass
What the fuck
nigga.
is a portfolio?
Everybody lie.
Exactly. You don't know because you ain't in
she
that
said
kind of
portfolio.
bracket,
Hey,
baby.
hey,
Nigga,
hey,
I know what a check
hey,
stub is. I don't know what a
I know
Red
you know
Pill.
what a check stub
Let me
is,
ask you
but
something.
there's a
Red
different
Pill.
type
How
of
much money do
language
you make per week, Red Pill?
when you make different type of money, you do
I make.
have portfolios that
I keep it.
show
No.
your
I keep it 100.
finances. You
How
go
much
Well,
to
money
Okay.
do you make per
Jesse,
week,
organizations,
Jesse
Red
you're
Pill?
about
not
to, he
in
about to
there.
answer. Jesse about to
Yeah.
answer a
How
question
much
from
I'm
money
about
do
to
you make
Antonio
answer
per
real
the
quick.
week?
question. I'm about to answer the
Yes.
question so you understand what I'm saying. I make $1,400 to $1,900 a week. Slow week, 14, 15.
How do I
High week,
know? How do I
1,900.
know? How do I know?
Through
How do
my
I
check,
know?
Where's your bank
How
through
do
account
my
I
right
know?
check
now?
How
stub,
see? This
through
is
my
about
through
how do
my
I know? How do I know?
through
How do
my
I
check
know?
stub.
Like you have to take shit at face value at this point. How do we know?
But the point is, she can't
How
even
do you know
say
you're
that
not
she.
a millionaire pretending that you are streaming from a car
I'm
just so
not
you don't look like you are
because
a humble man?
I'm not pretending to be that. I'm pretending to be something. I'm not pretending. I'm
How do
saying
you
That's
how
not
do you
I'm
know
pretending
that
purveying
either.
myself.
Why are you assuming?
I'm saying
how do you know
I'm
that
being
you're not
something
pretending that you're poor so you
realistic.
can be secure? How
It's
do we
just a
know?
What I'm telling you is
it's just a
okay.
weird
The reason why
assumption that
hold
you
on.
think that
Let
I'm
me answer
lying.
Fatty real quick. Let me answer Fatty real quick.
All
The
right,
reason why I
we
said
about
that
to
is
end this
because
out. We about
what
to
you
end
say?
this out. Everybody give last thoughts.
Hey, my last thought is Red Pill send $30 to J Cashapp to prove that you are balling, sir. Prove
I
it.
didn't say I
Prove
was
it.
Shout
balling.
out. Shout
Hold
out.
on,
No, no,
my
no.
man.
But
Okay,
it's
so
Man,
if
not
you're
come
not
on,
cap.
man.
balling,
Volatile.
if you're not
I'll
balling,
This
you
send it
is
keep
to
balling.
I'll
volatile.
send it to him off GP though. But don't act like
Let's
nigga.
go.
I'm trying to. All right.
Hey,
Well,
Red Pill,
Yeah.
go ahead and give your last thought,
Everybody
Red
not out
Pill.
here.
all right,
Do
my
your
bad.
last
All
thought.
right, all
How
right,
you
all right,
make
all right, all right.
1,400 a week but still sleepy from the screen from your car? Damn.
Boy,
I'm
and
what?
they coming for your head, Red Pill. How
Who
you
Damn.
said
make
what?
47 but you still sleepy? You
I'm
still
I'm
sleepy
saying,
stream.
okay, all right, cool. That's what that is what it is. I asked her a question because portfolios is not how you manage money, how you gauge what motherfuckers make. But what I will say is
It
it's 52
really
weeks
is.
in a year, 52 weeks in a year, so you got to make something close to 18
Peace,
high,
buddy. Appreciate you coming,
19
bro.
low to actually make $100,000 a year. So if you see your man check stub and he say, I make $100,000 a year and he make 1,400 a week, he's not in that motherfucking tax bracket. But at the end of the day, it's cool.
All
I
right.
get it. But what I'll tell you is send me the cash app to the $30 y'all want me to send it to. And I'm not saying I'm balling. I'm just saying don't
Uh,
believe everything you hear with the women, man. Y'all just be
I'll
capping,
say
bro.
this:
You don't listen.
I'm gonna say this real quick. If you're making over 100K a year, you averaging about at least like 2,500 a week. If you make
Thank
over
you.
100K a year, but I'm not trying to dive into that conversation. It's kind of irrelevant to the point at
But
this
it's no
moment.
cap
But
over here.
Jazz, yeah, you already stated that you seen your chest. We not even going there. You
She
good,
didn't say that.
100%.
She said a portfolio, not a check stub. What the
She
fuck is that?
she
But why
she
do
did
you
say
even care so much? Like I tell you what
Because
it
you
is because
cap.
I know what the truth is.
I
Just
just like the
because you
truth.
don't
That's all.
understand that
appreciate
language
that,
doesn't
I
mean
To.
just
that it's
like the
not
truth. I'm
true.
sorry.
Appreciate that,
I
brother.
like the
Like you don't
yeah.
know shit. The fuck?
You don't either.
Hey,
No,
Ash,
you
cut
All
that
don't.
check, Ash.
You
right,
don't.
All love in the
Jack,
chat.
Paris, you want to give your last thought, Paris?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, my brain fried from all this. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Khalid. But I just gotta say, man,
go ahead, Bill.
I appreciate being here. You know, I value everyone's opinions, everyone's thought. You know, respectfully, I agree with some, I disagree with some, and all peace and love. You know?
Hey, please also, guys, I got a Discord in my link. Make sure y'all follow that Discord. Me and Mel, we have some gaming channel adventures that we about to follow upon. Also, we're gonna have some other people involved in that. Please follow that Discord if you want to be stay in tune with us on that. Maul, you want to shout yourself out, brother?
I mean, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Maul from North. That's about it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming, Philly in the house.
You already know.
And last but not least, Jazz Noel, Miss Jazz Noel.
The villainous Jazz. You know, love is love, y'all. I think just do what works best for you, and don't get upset if something working for somebody else and you don't understand it. Like, it's okay. But anyway, I would prefer you not to follow me, but I will join a stream anytime you need. Jay, you know I support your channel. It's been fun. Z, you are hilarious. You might type of people. Let her be great. You're beautiful.
Thank you. And I appreciate you for coming on. You really held your own, girl. You stood on B is naive. I love it. I love it. Baby said I'll go round for round with the hoe.
And Red Pill Crip, I don't have no issue with you.
No, it's all love.
Just with your name alone, I understand your mindset and why you say the things that you say. So,
yeah,
so it's okay.
It's all good. It's all love. You know,
Z, shout yourself out, Z.
Damn, my phone.
Oh yeah, don't call me Z. Y'all can follow me on everything. Don't go around choking people. That's bad.
Hey, your
Don't be like
girlfriend
Shannon
okay?
Sharpe.
Is your girlfriend okay, Ronnie?
What girlfriend?
Abusive
Whoever you
vibes.
talk to.
Oh,
we
we
need
talking
to
about
check on
Tierra.
them.
She's
We need
okay.
to check on them.
She's good.
I don't know.
All right.
We're a little worried.
I'm gonna have everybody links in the description. Red Pill, you want to shout yourself out, Red Pill?
Yeah, hey man, tap in with me, y'all. Red Pill Crib 85 on all platforms, YouTube, Red Pill Crib. You will find the most honesty from a Crip and from a man from the Midwest, Kansas City, Missouri. You don't understand? Just follow the Red Pill Crib, man. You'll find me. You dig?
Appreciate you, brother.
Red Pill Crip.
Y'all make sure y'all like the video, comment on this stream, and until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye.